It's time.
First time for dinner.
Oh, terrific.
Pasta dinner.
Donating pet food is one of the many ways you can help families in your community. Pets and people belong together. Learn more at petsandpeopletogether.org.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to this presentation of NAIA Football Live here on SCSN. My name is Lorenzo Robinson here, coming to you live from Ken White Field here in Waleska, Georgia. It's Appalachian Athletic Conference matchup between the Bluefield Rams and the Reinhardt Eagles. It's going to be a phenomenal matchup here. The Reinhardt Eagles coming into this game unbeaten in AAC play. The Bluefield Rams trying to establish themselves as a force to be reckoned with within the conference still early on in the year. And what a statement they can make if they can come into Waleska and knock off the Reinhardt Eagles. Players to watch for this game. Of course, the man, the signal caller for the Reinhardt Eagles is going to be the player to watch today, number 9, Taylor Jackson. Taylor Jackson now going into his third season as the starting quarterback of the Reinhardt football team. Having another phenomenal year. He led the Reinhardt Eagles down the field in that last drive against Kentucky Christian last week and really helped them pull out a difficult win against an opponent that seems to be becoming a force to be reckoned with within the AAC. That was a nice road victory for the Reinhardt Eagles, and number 9 at quarterback, a big reason why they were able to come away with the victory. Player to watch for the Bluefield Rams is going to be number 7, Ethan Cash, the starting quarterback. Ethan Cash having big shoes to fill. The Bluefield Rams, for the last 4 seasons, they've been led by Nathan Herstich, quarterback who's become one of the greatest quarterbacks in the history of the Bluefield program. Ethan Cash following him up and really trying to make his name within the Bluefield football program. It's going to be a phenomenal matchup. Please stick with us, and we will show you another tremendous NAIA football matchup momentarily.
Thank you, Eagles. Reinhardt University.
I'm worried about Mom.
Mom? She's fine. These the ones, right, Mom?
Yeah, groundlings.
Sweet potatoes.
Daddy, it's salty.
Some things come with age.
And some don't.
Early detection of Alzheimer's can lead to better care for your loved one. Learn the early warning signs at 10signs.org.
Welcome back to Ken Whitefield here in Waleska, Georgia. The Reinhardt Eagles and the Bluefield Rams set to do battle. Last season, it was a very hotly contested game down there in the mountains of Bluefield, West Virginia. Reinhardt coming away victorious 24-16 against Bluefield. Now, of course, two teams that look immensely different from that matchup. But these two squads, every time they seem to get on the field, it's normally a really hotly contested game. Plenty of highlights on both sides. Two programs that have a ton of respect for each other. Obviously, the Bluefield Rams led by head coach Dewey Lusk. The Reinhardt Eagles led by head coach James Miller. Should be another phenomenal matchup here in Waleska. Reinhardt right now coming into this game with a 500 winning percentage, getting back up to 500 after going through a difficult non-conference slate, which included matchups against a few ranked teams. Southeastern, Lindsey Wilson, a top 10 team in the country. Also a squad in Florida Memorial that has established itself as a force in the Sun Conference. They knocked off Southeastern earlier this season. Actually, last week, knocking off Southeastern. They're now in the receiving votes category of the top 25 rankings. Back deep to receive for the Reinhardt Eagles, number 16, Tyrese McKee, a returning NAIA All-American. Broke the NAIA record for return touchdowns. This one is going to be kicked off to Jaden Ponder. Ponder along the left side. Ponder gets driven out around the 45-yard line. Haven't seen a ton of Jaden Ponder this season. Versatile weapon for Reinhardt, can play running back and receiver. You see they're doing some damage in the return game. And again, it's going to be number 9, Taylor Jackson, leading the troops out for the Reinhardt offense. He's going to be joined in the backfield by number 6, Jamarion Walker. Jamarion Walker, a native of Cook County, Georgia, one of the very best running backs in Cook County football history, their all-time leading rusher. First play, Jackson rolling out to the right. He's going to throw this one along the right sideline. It's going to be caught. That's number 17, Jordan Gant, making the grab. Reinhardt, a dominant running game, over 215 rushing yards per game. Man in the backfield, Jamarion Walker, one of the biggest reasons why. Also, someone we'll see later today, Ja Colbert, number 5. Those two guys, the 1-2 punch out of the backfield. Walker up the middle, a nice hard run. Moves the sticks for the Eagles for the first down. So Jackson's going to run off the field, entering the game for the Reinhardt Eagles, number 19, Braden Bohannon. Kennesaw State transfer, and this is something that Reinhardt has done over the course of these last few games, really mixing in different quarterbacks, giving teams different looks. Bohannon, a little bit more mobile. He pulls it here, running up the middle, gets upended across the 40-yard line after a gain of around 5. So Bohannon is going to remain on the field, and this is something that the Eagles, again, trying to mix in different looks at that quarterback position. We saw it really initially in that game against Lindsey Wilson. Eagles ran for over 300 yards against that top 10 opponent, and ever since then, they've been doing some different things at that quarterback spot, really catching teams off guard. Now at quarterback number 4, Ethan Rice. Ty Jones in motion. Rice is going to give it. Rice gives it to Jaden Ponder. He moves the sticks for another first down for the Reinhardt Eagles. So Reinhardt again showing some different looks here in the first half. Already 3 different players taking snaps under center. So many weapons on this Reinhardt offense, and offensive coordinator Tyler Hennis is tasked with trying to make sure that everyone gets involved. And of course, sometimes a thankless job. Everyone wants more touches, but he's doing the best he can to try to get everyone a chance to establish themselves within the game. So that's Jamarion Walker, a gain of about 3.
Marion Walker on the carry. Pick up 2 yards.
Bluefield's defensive line, plenty of size up front, so we'll see if they're up to the task of slowing down this potent Reinhardt rushing attack.
Got his hold on the tackle. 2nd and 8.
Xavier Walker in the backfield, split out at H. Handoff again to Jamarion Walker. This time he will go nowhere. The Bluefield Rams were all over that one. That was number 52, Jack Evericks, on the tackle. So now it's going to bring up 3rd down and long for the Reinhardt Eagles. First 3rd down and long. We will see them in this game. What will the play call be here? They have made a decided effort to try to establish the run and dominate on the ground. Would assume that this one will likely be through the air. Trips formation to the right side. McKee coming in motion. Jackson's rolling out. Looking back left. Throws it across, wide open. Austin Davis. Davis has green grass ahead of him. Austin Davis trips around the 10-yard line. Nobody was around Austin Davis. He was wide open. Taylor Jackson rolling to his right, looking back left to hit Davis. Davis, if he stayed on his feet, that was likely 6 for the Reinhardt Eagles. Nonetheless, Reinhardt in the green zone now at the 11-yard line, 1st and 10. 2 running backs in the backfield, Walker and McKee. Handoff going to McKee. He's going to take it and get tackled around the 5. Tyrese McKee, another versatile offensive weapon for this Reinhardt offense. Can play running back, play receiver. He took some snaps at quarterback earlier this season as well. But inside the 10-yard line, 10 and in, this is firmly the territory that belongs to number 6, Jamarion Walker. He's developed a reputation as being the closer for this Reinhardt offense. Ethan Rice back in at quarterback. He's going to take it along the left side. Easily makes his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Reinhardt. What a first drive for the Eagles. And that's how you start off homecoming, folks. Ethan Rice along the left side of the line, running behind All-American left tackle Zach Lyle, scoring for the Eagles. Textbook first drive for Reinhardt. And now Alex Hansen will enter for the extra point. The snap, the hold, the kick is up, and it is good.
Extra point.
The Eagles, doesn't take long for them to get on the board.
Eagles.
7-0, Reinhardt.
7.
Welcome back to Ken White Field. Reinhardt establishing themselves in the beginning of this game, scoring. It's now 7-0 Reinhardt. Bluefield is going to get an opportunity to answer that touchdown drive for the Eagles. That was number 4, Ethan Rice, with the touchdown rush. Alex Hanson's going to kick it away for Reinhardt. Back deep to receive for Bluefield, number 80, Marlon Haywood, number 8, Jamonte Chavis. But neither of them will get an opportunity to return it as Alex Hanson kicks it for a touchback. Now, we talk about versatile offensive weapons, but Alex Hanson is a weapon in his own right in the special teams game. He's Reinhardt's kickoff starter, their field goal kicker, also their punter.
First attempt to Bluefield from the 25-yard line.
Very effective and dangerous in each of those roles. So Bluefield's going to start this drive off at the 25-yard line. Again, Ethan Cash leading out the offense.
Cash, number 7.
We'll see what he can do. First play is going to be a handoff along the left side. That's the running back making a play there. Number 12, Kyrie Edwards. Edwards, the sophomore from Gainesville, Florida. Bluefield's up to the line quick. Handoff again to Edwards. Edwards has a first down and a little bit more.
And Edwards from the carry.
So this is a different look than we're used to seeing from Bluefield. Again, Nathan Hurstich, one of the very best quarterbacks in Bluefield history, likely in NAIA history. Top 5 all-time in passing yards. So when he was at Bluefield, they gained a reputation for being one of the more dominant air attacks in the country. Now they're a group that's going to line up. They might go 2 tight end sets, 2 receivers, and they're going to try to run the football and establish themselves on the ground. New look at quarterback number 15, Javarian Brown. So Brown carries it for about 5.
15, Javarian Brown.
So Reinhardt, they kind of need to change the way that they approach Bluefield this season. Again, not the same style of play that we're used to seeing from them. Brown taking it again, almost got the first down. He was upended near the sticks.
15, Javarian Brown.
That was number 8, Braylon Jones on the tackle. 3rd down and 1. Ethan Cash will re-enter. Kyrie Edwards in the backfield with Cash.
Eagle fans, make some noise. It's 3rd down.
Turning point plays, getting 3rd down conversions and getting stops on 3rd down, something that Coach Miller wanted to harp on. The toss goes to Edwards near the sticks. He will get there. What's the call? They'll say he stepped out right near the sticks. It doesn't appear that we'll have a measurement. They're going to say he's short of the line to gain. 4th down and about 7 inches. Bluefield back on the line quickly. Rosser in the backfield. Cash is going to keep it for the sneak. Did he get it? We can't see the ball in there. Where's the spot going to be? The initial spot, it looks like he may have gotten there. We will see the official ruling. They lined up quickly. What is the call? It might be too close to call with a naked eye. We might need a measurement. And that's what it seems like we're going to have, an official timeout on the field. Reinhardt pointing the other way, Bluefield pointing for the first down. We will get an official measurement. So from my untrained eye in the booth, it would appear that he's short of the line to gain. We will get an official measurement of it. This is not the NFL. We will not get the electronic measurement, so we'll just have to deal with whatever the chain crew has for us here today. Those spots are always judgment calls, and such a tough call for the ref because you can't see the ball in that mass of bodies in there. We'll see what happens. Adjusting the sticks for dramatic effect. He is short by a chain link. The ball is going the other way. The Reinhardt Eagles pick up the 4th down stop. Bluefield tried to get on the line fast. Ethan Cash trying to wedge his way through the mass of humanity in there, but was not able to reach the line to gain. First down, Reinhardt going the other way, and the Eagles now go back on offense, and this will be the first time today that we get a chance to see number 5, Ja Colbert, in at running back for the Reinhardt Eagles. He is the other piece of that 1-2 backfield punch. We saw Jamarion Walker on the first drive. This drive now starting with Colbert. Jackson looking deep. A man wide open. That's Tyrese McKee, but it will fall incomplete. McKee got behind the defense, but Taylor Jackson not able to connect with him. Missed opportunity there for the Eagles. Taylor Jackson, he liked what he saw. The fake handoff. McKee got behind the defense, but unable to connect. Another change at quarterback. Ethan Rice back in. Joined in the backfield by Colbert. Rice fakes the handoff. He's going to keep it. Running to the outside, running along the sidelines, running over a defender. What a run by Ethan Rice. That was probably the best 5-yard run of his career.
Tackled by number 56, Chase Harris.
Chase Harris on the tackle, but he may have taken the brunt of that punishment.
Pick up a 5, second and 3rd and 5.
It's going to be 3rd down and 5 for Reinhardt. And this is usually 4-down territory for Coach Miller's group. He has a ton of faith in his offense to be able to get 5 yards in 2 plays. Taylor Jackson back in at quarterback. He does not like what he sees. He's calling for a man to come onto the field. That's Jacorian Polk, who's going to enter the game a little bit later than Jackson may have liked. Now he's setting up to run the play. The toss going to Colbert. Colbert on the left side. Colbert has the first down and a little bit more.
Run by Ja Colbert.
Chase Harris, another tackle for Bluefield, but not before Ja Colbert was able to reach the line to gain. 1st and 10 for the Reinhardt Eagles. No substitutions. They're going to try to get down on the line as quick as possible.
First down.
And Bluefield defensive line, they have some size, but right now struggling to contain this Reinhardt rushing attack. Handoff again to Colbert. Colbert trying to jump cut his way through the hole. Still on his feet, still moving forward. It's a gain of about 4. So Jamarion Walker, he's a downhill runner. Everything that he does is coming right at you. Ja Colbert, he's twitchy in the hole. Very tough, difficult, as Coach Miller of the Eagles says, difficult to tackle in a phone booth. Someone who will make you miss. Those 2 backs really complement each other well for the Reinhardt Eagles. That's Jordan Gant coming in motion. The handoff will go to Gant. Gant has a convoy. Gant has space. Jordan Gant still on his feet. Nearly scoring for Reinhardt. He's brought down at the 1-yard line. What a run by Jordan Gant. Almost a score for Reinhardt. Instead, he gets brought down at the 1-yard line. The Eagles are going to try to get on the line. They'll likely go to their short yardage package. Not a surprise to see number 6, Jamarion Walker, back into the game. Again, Jamarion Walker, usually the closer in these type of situations. We'll see if he gets the carry here. 2 backs in the backfield. Walker to the left, McKee to the right. Taylor Jackson did not like what he saw there. He's going to call timeout for the Eagles. And we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, Reinhardt trying to punctuate their second drive with a score. Welcome back to Ken White Field. The Reinhardt Eagles at the 1-yard line trying to find pay dirt. Bluefield Rams trying to author what would be a phenomenal goal line stand. They'll likely need 4 plays to do it. Jamarion Walker all alone in the backfield. Man coming in motion. Handoff goes to Walker, and Walker eases his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles. Jamarion Walker with the walk-in touchdown as Reinhardt goes up by 2 possessions.
Sponsored by Buffaloes of Canton.
2 drives, 2 scores for the Eagles, and really making it look easy, dominating on the ground once again. Jordan Gant set that one up with his jet sweep that got Reinhardt all the way down to the 1-yard line. And Jamarion Walker, the closer, doing the rest for the Eagles. Hanson back on the field for the extra point. Snap, hold, kick is up, and the kick is good. 14-0, Reinhardt in control.
Marlon Haywood.
Welcome back to Waleska, Georgia. The Reinhardt Eagles ahead 14-0 against the Bluefield Rams. Reinhardt had a 4th down stop against Bluefield. Bluefield tried to get a quarterback sneak with Ethan Cash to get a 1st down. Reinhardt able to stuff them for the stop, and then easily driving back down the field for another score. So already the danger zone for the Bluefield Rams. Second touchback of the game for Alex Hansen. So Bluefield pulled a little bit of a trick out of the Reinhardt playbook into their own by going with a different look at quarterback. Javarian Brown had a few carries at that quarterback spot.
5 yards will be added to the touchback spot. 1st down, what?
So we had an offsides that went against the kicking team. Reinhardt, a man a little bit too quick. 5 yards added to the touchback spot, so they will start their drive from the 30-yard line. But Javarian Brown gave Bluefield a different look at that quarterback spot. Handoff from Cash, and that's another nice run there. Number 12, Kyrie Edwards, has a few nice runs for Bluefield in this game.
Kyrie Edwards on the carry, good for 1st down.
They'll play a few different guys at running back, about 5 guys that have gotten regular carries for that Bluefield backfield. Right now, Edwards getting things rolling for the Rams. It's going to be Edwards again up the middle. He's going to get stuffed, brought down by a host of Reinhardt Eagles. At the center of it, number 88, Nathaniel Sanford. So that's a gain of about 2. And again, for the folks who have Watch this Bluefield Ram program over the last 5 or so years. They're a team that normally throws the ball all over the yard. Much different look to them this season. Cash dropping back, looking for a man. He will not find him. That pass was intended for number 8, Jamonte Chavis. He was heavily defended by number 18, Carter Hicks of the Reinhardt Eagles.
Jamonte Chavis.
Third down and 8 here for the Bluefield Rams. Not a whole lot of downfield passes for them in this game. That was one of the first chances that Ethan Cash had through the air in this one. Empty formation here. 4 receivers out to the right. Edwards is going to come in motion. Cash dropping back to pass. Tried to find Edwards, but it goes through his hands.
Got a receiver number 12, Kyrie Edwards.
That would have got him right near the sticks. Instead, Bluefield's going to be forced to punt the ball away. And those are missed opportunities for this Bluefield Ram offense. Started off with a missed 4th down conversion, the quarterback sneak not working against that Reinhardt defense, and then you get a wide open receiver right near the line to gain and you cannot connect. Those are plays that just have to go your way, especially when it seems like up to this point that you're going to struggle with stopping Reinhardt on the ground. Need to try to get points of your own. That punt is going to go right near Colbert. Colbert's going to grab it and get driven out near the 30-yard line.
I got a 5 down there.
So Reinhardt's offense is getting ready to come back onto the field. Ja Colbert catching that off of 1 hop. Sets the Eagles up with decent field position here. And again, that Reinhardt offense just getting anything they want on the ground. They'll officially mark the ball down at the 27-yard line.
1st and 10 for the Eagles at the 27-yard line.
Bluefield going through a rotation on that defensive line, trying to find something, anything that will work against this potent Reinhardt rushing attack. You would expect to see some more stacked box looks, some more blitzing, gapping plays, trying to slow them down. Jordan Gant again, no. Taylor Jackson keeps it. He gets brought down after stretching out across the 30-yard line. Taylor Jackson, he's not going to be afraid to get himself in there and make a presence on the ground as well. He had a 65-yard run that got Reinhardt all the way down the field against KCU on one of their last drives. Coach James Miller called him sneaky athletic. Definitely not a guy that you would expect to see make a whole lot of running plays, but he's been very good at it so far this year. Braden Bohannon back at quarterback. He keeps it. He's going to run off tackle to the right, making a man miss. Bohannon will get across the line to gain for the 1st down. So Bohannon will exit now, and Taylor Jackson will re-enter.
Jackson Anderson on the carry. That is Adina's pizza.
And that sort of 3-man weave that Reinhardt runs at quarterback between Jackson, Rice, and Bohannon really keeps teams off guard. Jackson, the prototypical quarterback, Ethan Rice and Braden Bohannon give them sort of different looks, being able to make things happen on the ground. Jackson's going to hand this one off to Colbert. Colbert's going to get brought down after a gain of 1.
John Colbert on the carry. 5.
So the hope is that you have a defense that now has to respect what you can do, being able to
2 yards on the play.
Run horizontally, being able to run jet sweeps, get things going towards the outside, and that opens up your bread and butter, which is really being able to run between the tackles, utilizing both Ja Colbert and Jamarion Walker. Second down and 9. Jackson's going to drop back, looking right. Xavier Brantley has the 1st down, and a little bit more gets brought down around the 45-yard line. Taylor Jackson knew exactly where that one was going. That was a quick 3-step drop. And that Jackson to Brantley connection has been very successful for Reinhardt so far this year.
Tackle made by number 29, Eric Ford.
Brantley, the transfer from Mercer University. He's been a great addition to this Reinhardt offense. Ethan Rice coming in motion. Jackson fakes the handoff, running behind that big offensive line. Gets about 5.
On the carry, the quarterback keeper, Taylor Jackson, number 9.
So now that defense, they're trying to cover sideline to sideline, and that opens things up the middle for that Reinhardt rushing attack.
Harris on the tackle.
They can just make plays from all over the field. So many different guys that you have to worry about. Very difficult squad to contain when they're rolling like this. Jackson dropping back to pass. He's going to throw a little bubble screen to Colbert. Colbert making a move. Ja Colbert still on his feet and gets tripped up and driven out around the 25-yard line.
That's another Nina's Pizza first down.
Jackson initially was looking deep, but then threw it to Colbert on the swing pass. Another first down for Reinhardt. And they're getting anything they want right now offensively. The run is working. The run is setting up the pass. Bluefield defensively on its heels.
7-yard line.
Jackson's going to hand another one off to Ja Colbert.
Yeah,
Colbert has about 4 yards there. And not a lot of teams have the luxury of having not just one dangerous running back, but 2. Reinhardt having 2 first-team All-AAC selections in number 5, Ja Colbert, and number 6, Jamarion Walker. Saw a heavy dose of Colbert so far on this drive. Now it's Walker in the backfield. Handoff will go to Walker. Walker running. Walker easily scoring. Touchdown, Reinhardt Eagles. Jam, jam goes bam, bam for 6. Jamarion Walker, his second touchdown of the game.
Number 6, Jamarion Walker, the touchdown.
He broke through that initial line of defense and he was gone. That was all she wrote. The closer closing out a drive from 25 yards out. Hansen back for the extra point. Snap, hold, kick is up, kick is good. Eagles, 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. Doesn't get any better than that. 21-0. Reinhardt saying pass the sticks.
The Southeast Sports Network is now on Amazon Fire TV. Now you can download the SESN app and watch on any Amazon-enabled device, such as your Fire Stick. The easiest way to download the app is to go to our website, find the Watch SESN tab, and click Fire TV app. Then just select your device from the list. That's it. Free and easy. Enjoy watching the Southeast Sports Network on your Fire TV, Fire Stick, or Fire tablet with just a few clicks.
21-0. Reinhardt in control against the Bluefield Rams. Last season, Reinhardt and Bluefield, it was a game that went down to the wire. The Eagles coming away with that one by a score of 24-16. So far this year, Reinhardt in firm control against this Rams squad. Bluefield's had their moments on offense where they could have taken advantage and really made things difficult on Reinhardt. They had a missed 4th down conversion, 4th and inches. They could not get the quarterback sneak to work. And then on a 3rd and 8, had a wide open receiver that just was not able to connect with Ethan Cash. And now the score is 21-0. That Bluefield offense has to get something going to keep pace with Reinhardt. 3 kicks, 3 touchbacks for Alex Hansen, and Bluefield will start this drive off at the 25-yard line.
First and 10 from the 25.
Jamarion Walker, 2 touchdowns so far today for this Reinhardt offense. We saw Ja Colbert make some plays to get the Eagles down the field, and Walker was able to do the rest. And if you're the offensive coordinator for Bluefield, you're telling your team, hey, we don't need to try to press here. We know that we can get things going on the ground. They've had some success running the football. They just need to make those turning point plays, those plays when the drive is in doubt. It's going to be a quick bubble screen to the right side. Tackle's going to be made. That's number 42, Jacorian Greer, making the tackle. bringing down Abdul Koloko. And the clock is going to wind down. That's going to be all she wrote here in the first quarter. After one, Reinhardt firmly in control here at homecoming. Eagles ahead, 21-0. Welcome back to Ken White Field here in Waleska, Georgia. The Reinhardt Eagles firmly out in front, 21-0. Bluefield trying to get themselves on the board.
Be 2nd and 8. Start the second quarter for Bluefield.
2nd down and 8. Ethan Cash all alone in the backfield. Empty formation. Cash, a lofter. It's going to be caught. That was a nice grab for Bluefield. Number 80, Marlon Haywood, the freshman, making the catch, moving the sticks for the Rams. That can be a good omen for Bluefield. They have not been able to get a whole lot going through the air in this game. Much of their damage has been on the ground. Maybe that's what they needed to try to get this air attack going. Cash dropping back again. Quick screen, Ja'Cory Greer all over it, making the stop for Reinhardt. That was a quick little screen pass to number 11, Christian Mack, and Greer saying not today.
And Greer on the tackle.
So now Bluefield going to that other look at quarterback, number 15, Javarian Brown, in for Ethan Cash. It will remain an empty formation. Man coming in motion. The handoff goes to Koloko. Koloko on the right side. Koloko dodging a tackle. Koloko still on his feet. Gets driven out around the 33-yard line.
Abdul Koloko
taking that jet sweep, and we see there the danger of having a quarterback that can run. The defense can't just knife in and focus on the running back. You have to respect the fact that the quarterback can pull it. And that opened up Koloko to be able to have some space to make a play. This time Brown's going to keep it, has a lead blocker in front of him, and he's going to get brought down by a host of Reinhardt Eagles. Number 92, Damian Deloney. Number 31, Bryce Parrish, first to him. 2nd down and 5. Again, Bluefield has had some success on offense. It's just when it comes to making those turning point plays, those plays have not gone their way. But they have a lot of confidence that they can move the ball against this Reinhardt defense.
29-yard line.
Handoff is going to go to Edwards. This time Edwards not finding success. It's a gain of about 2. Brings up 3rd down and around 4. Let's say 3rd down and 4 for the Bluefield Rams. Inside the 30-yard line, likely 4-down territory, especially when you're trailing by 3 possessions. They've been able to get things going on the ground, but in these situations, these shorter yardage situations, it's been tough sledding for Bluefield. Edwards is going to come in motion. Ethan Cash still all alone in the backfield. Quick pass will not go their way. The ball goes through the hands of Chavis. Will bring up 4th down and 4.
Chavis on the tackle, 20.
Bluefield's been able to run the football effectively, but when it gets down to these 4 yards and in situations, Reinhardt, they really tighten the screws up defensively. This time, Bluefield not even attempting to try them up the middle, deciding to try to get something going through the air. It's now 4th down and 4. Ethan Cash again, empty set. He's dropping back, tried to keep it, but he's going to be brought down with the quarterback sack. Number 1, Emmanuel O'Lighton, first to him. And doing his little dancey dance there, Emmanuel O'Lighton enjoying himself for homecoming here at Reinhardt. That Reinhardt defense bending but not breaking. Bluefield having some success offensively, but Reinhardt making the plays they need to make to get off the field.
Eagle ball at the 29-yard line.
And now the Reinhardt offense back on the field to do work. It's been a workmanlike approach for this Reinhardt team, getting anything they want going through the ground and then making plays happen in the air as well. Colbert and Jaden Ponder in the backfield. Handoff is going to go to Colbert. Colbert has some space on the right side. Colbert making a spin move and evading a defender. Ja Colbert, highlight reel play there for the first down. And Colbert, he's the type of running back that just seems to get better and better as the game goes on. He's deceptively strong as well, has very nice contact balance, very difficult to bring down, not just in the open field, but now very hard to bring down pretty much one-on-one. Colbert and Ponder remain in the backfield. Jackson dropping back to pass, looking deep, has a man deep. That's Cam Curtis getting behind the defense, and he scores it. Touchdown, Reinhardt. Cam Curtis with the touchdown. Taylor Jackson getting it done for the Reinhardt Eagles yet again. That Reinhardt offense getting anything they want right now. Taylor Jackson making it happen through the air. That was almost a rewind of a play that happened earlier where Tyrus McKee got behind the defense, but Jackson wasn't able to connect with him. This time he was able to find Curtis in stride for the touchdown. Hansen back on the field, kicking this one. It's good yet again. It is now 28-0. Reinhardt dominant right now here on homecoming weekend. Yeah. Welcome back to Waleska, Georgia, here at Ken White Field. It's homecoming weekend here in Waleska. Reinhardt Eagles giving the fans, the faithful here, a lot to be excited about. It's 28-0. They are firmly in control. Bluefield, it's been tough sledding for them defensively. They cannot stop this Reinhardt offense. Bluefield's offense, they've been able to move the ball against the Eagles, but they are not making the plays they need to make in order to cash in. Hansen back on the field to kick it deep for the Eagles. He's had 3 touchbacks so far already. Make that 4 touchbacks for Alex Hansen.
Touchback. Your first and 10 for the Blue Rams.
Reinhardt in control. The Eagles, they were able to make it through a very arduous non-conference slate going up against some very talented opponents. And Coach Miller said that he felt that playing teams like Southeastern, like Florida Memorial, like Lindsey Wilson, the number 6 team in the country, playing teams like that prepared them for moments like these in conference play, chances to play these games that really matter. Not saying those games don't count, but these are the games that really matter for playoff positioning. Javarian Brown along the right side gets brought down. Kamari Poindexter first to him. Now that Eagles linebacking core, Kamari Poindexter, Jacorian Greer's made plays in this game. Also Julian Stevenson and Adam Mwimba. They have 4 linebackers that they rotate throughout a game, and they have a lot of trust in each of them to be able to make a difference throughout a game. Javarian Brown all alone in the backfield, empty set. He's running to his left. He's looking to throw, trying to find Chavis. Ball goes into the dirt. So Bluefield, they were able to get going on the ground. It was through the air that they struggled, but now trailing by 4 possessions, it is through the air that they will likely have to go in order to get back into the ball game. So now Bluefield being forced to do something that they have not had a ton of success at. Ethan Cash back into the game, 4 receivers to the left side. Third down has not been kind to Bluefield thus far. Cash looking. Cash is going to keep it and run, looking for the sticks. He will get there and slide down safely. Number 28, Kish Wright, was sizing him up, but Ethan Cash sliding, wisely sliding to avoid taking what would have been a collision between him and Wright. So that moves the sticks for Bluefield. It's going to be a first down. Again, they've had success moving the football against this Reinhardt defense, but Reinhardt making the plays that matter most to get off the field. Snap goes to Cash, high snap, handoff to Griffin. Griffin is going to be joined by a lot of blue jerseys. Reinhardt not giving up much there on the ground. First in the mix was Bryce Parrish.
The carry, Shaka Griffin the second.
Again, Bluefield, they have 5 running backs that they rotate through and give chances to. That was the first carry of the game for Griffin. The starting running back in, Edwards, is going to be a screen pass to him. It's a little bit too high. A lot of bit too high. Harmlessly falls for an incompletion. Again, Bluefield, they got going on the ground. They were not able to get going through the air, so now being forced to do something that they were not having much success at. Really an uncomfortable situation for Bluefield. They're a team that likes, now with the departure of Hurstich, likes to use the run to set up the pass. They're now being forced to go through the air early and often if they're going to find a way to get back into this ball game. Edwards joining Cash in the backfield. A little bit of movement up front for Bluefield. That's going to be a false start. Reinhardt was showing blitz. Bluefield's offensive line a little bit too antsy. It's going to be a false start on Bluefield. Number 71, Ryan Kapranika, the freshman, gets tagged for the false start. So that makes a 3rd and long, 3rd and even longer. 3rd down and 14 coming up.
The 32-yard line.
The last thing you can have when trailing by so many points is mistakes that come back to bite you, mistakes, self-inflicted mistakes. It's going to be a quick one and a tremendous hit there. Kamari Poindexter around the play. Braylon Jones also around it. It's going to be 4th down and 7. Bluefield's going to call on the punt team.
Tackled by the great Braylon Jones and 52, Kamari Poindexter. 4th down.
Reinhardt defense, they've now settled into the game. Bluefield not moving the football with as much regularity as they did in the first quarter.
41, Brandy. Isaiah Brandy.
Just under 9 minutes remaining. We're going to have a flag here. What's the flag on? Maybe a procedure penalty. We'll see what the verdict is.
Snap infraction, 54 and white.
So it's going to be a snap infraction against the long snapper. He may have been doing a little bit too much movement with the football before the snap. That's a very rare penalty, kind of a judgment call from a ref. Nonetheless, it will go against the Rams. It's been that type of day for Bluefield. Nothing going their way thus far. The punt is away for Bluefield. Ja Colbert back deep to receive it. And he's going to let this one bounce. And it gets down at the 28-yard line. That's where Reinhardt's offense will begin their next drive. Reinhardt still in control, trying to keep the hammer down on Bluefield. If you've been paying attention to Reinhardt's season thus far, they started off the season with a bang against Florida Memorial. They were ahead 42-6 at one point in the third quarter.
8:18 remaining in the
Florida
second
Memorial was able to storm all the way back, cut the lead to 7. It was 42-35 with about 4 minutes remaining. Reinhardt able to secure the victory with a nice touchdown drive late. But the Eagles trying to avoid disaster here. Handoff goes to Tyrus McKee up the middle. Gain of about 5. The Eagles were also ahead against Lindsey Wilson, the number 6 team in the country, by a score of 24-14 at the half, before eventually falling in the second half and losing that one. So Reinhardt, they really want to try to, again, keep the hammer down, stay focused, and stay locked in.
Second and 7.
This handoff will go to Cam Curtis. Curtis on the left side. Curtis has space. He has the first down. Cam Curtis got behind the defense for a touchdown on the last drive. His next touch, a jet sweep for a first down.
That is a Nina's Pizza first down.
And Coach Hennis, the offensive coordinator of the Reinhardt Eagles, doing a nice job of getting almost all of Reinhardt's playmakers involved here in the first half. We've seen a little bit of Tyrus McKee. We've seen some Colbert. We've seen some Walker. Cam Curtis now getting a chance to take center stage for Reinhardt. McKee coming in motion and settles behind the offensive line. Handoff goes to Jaden Ponder, and Ponder has about 5. Again, we haven't seen a ton of Jaden Ponder so far this year. He was nursing some injuries in the early stages of the season.
Jaden Ponder the carry.
But he's a phenomenal player in his own right for Reinhardt, somebody who is one of the faster players on this roster. Alum of Allatoona High School. Fake handoff from Ponder. Cedric Cullors has it wide open, spin move, and gets brought down, but not before getting across the line of game for the first down.
L. Jackson's pass complete. Cedric Cullors.
And this is old school Reinhardt football here. Reinhardt, they've developed a reputation as having a dominant ground attack. That ground attack is dominant once more. Coming into this game, averaging over 215 rushing yards per game. And they use that dominant ground attack to set up the pass. Taylor Jackson masterfully running the offense right now for the Eagles. McKee again coming in motion. Fake handoff. Jackson dropping back to pass. Sees a man open. It's Tyrus McKee. He has the grab along the sidelines. Gets brought down out of bounds around the 15. The refs are going to have a conference about it. Was he in bounds? We will see. To my naked eye, it appeared that he was. The ref disagrees. So Reinhardt, they can challenge the ruling on the field. We'll see if Coach Miller throws out that red challenge flag. Reinhardt's offense making their way back to that 39, 38-yard line area. We'll see what Coach Miller decides to do. Everybody's sort of waiting around to see if he's going to throw the red flag. We will have an official timeout and a conference will concur. So the discussion was Tyrus McKee in bounds. This is college football. You do not need 2 feet in bounds. You only need 1. We'll see what the verdict is. If we will have a change in the ruling. Again, everybody just waiting around trying to see what the ruling on the field will be. Again, the ruling on the field is an incomplete pass. The refs talked about it. Now, this is NAIA football. We do not have a replay official here in the booth, so it will have to be a red challenge flag. Coach Miller decides not to challenge it, and after the ref conference, they will agree that McKee was out of bounds. Now, the fans at home can rewind this broadcast, and you can see for yourself if he was in bounds or not. To me, it looked like he was in bounds. Nonetheless, 2nd down and 10. Taylor Jackson's going to keep it for himself. Jackson with a spin move. Gets about 7.
Quarterback keeper number 9, Taylor Jackson.
Taylor Jackson right up the gut for a gain of about 6 or 7. It'll be 3rd down and 4 coming up for Reinhardt.
Tackle by Eric Boyd, Bluefield.
Now, if it was a different point in the game, if it was a little bit closer, Coach Miller likely decides to challenge it.
The 32-yard line.
Instead, lets it stand. Colbert will take a snap at quarterback, but Reinhardt, some early movement up front. That left side, they got off the ball very quickly, maybe a little bit too quick.
False start. 74 in the offense.
It's going to be a false start going up against the All-American left tackle, Zach Lyle. Now you saw Lyle pointing towards the other players on offense, telling them, we got to get set, we got to go. He was very ready to make something happen there.
It'll be 3rd and 9.
He was probably more ready than the rest of his teammates. So now a more traditional offensive set for Reinhardt. Taylor Jackson in the backfield, joined by Ja Colbert. Jackson's going to drop back. Quick pass. Defender, it appeared that he got there a little bit early. It will be a nice defensive play there. That was number 23, Coda Counts, all over Ty Jones. Jones thought he had an open reception, but Counts able to knock the ball away. It's going to be 4th down and long, but Reinhardt's offense will remain on the field. 5 minutes and 6 seconds remaining, 4th down and 9. Reinhardt, trip set to the right side. Gant, Rice, and Jones. Xavier Brantley isolated and all alone on the right side of the field. Low snap. Jackson has it. Rolling to his right. Jackson's going to keep it. He has the 1st down easily with a nice block by Ja Colbert. Now, I initially said he had the 1st down. No, he was short. He was not able to reach the line to gain. It will go back to the Bluefield Rams. 4th down stop for Bluefield.
Bluefield has the ball, 1st and 10.
So Reinhardt, they were perfect entering that drive. 4 drives, 4 touchdowns. Now a turnover on downs, giving the ball back to the Rams. It's going to be 1st and 10 for Bluefield. Maybe that's what Bluefield needed to try to get themselves going. It's been tough for them. They have not been able to slow down Reinhardt offensively. They have been able to move the ball at times, but they have not been able to make those turning point plays to put points on the board. So maybe this is what they need to get going. Shaka Griffin in the backfield with Cash. Cash dropping back. Man, down the field, wide open, and it's going to be a nice grab there. Number 80, Marlon Haywood, his 2nd catch of the game. And that was a nice drop in the bucket by Ethan Cash. That air attack may be building some momentum for Bluefield. We'll see if they can utilize that and get themselves on the board here. They're at the 35-yard line in Reinhardt territory. Cash put some nice touch on that one. Fake handoff. Cash dropping back again. Haywood open again, all alone. He's trying to stay in bounds, but can't do so. He trips up out of bounds around the 7-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal for Bluefield. Seems like some miscommunication there for that Reinhardt back line. Marlon Haywood was wide open, streaking down the field. If he could have stayed in bounds, it would have been a touchdown for Bluefield. Nonetheless, it's going to be 1st and goal from the 7. Ethan Cash back-to-back nice throws for the Rams. Handoff. And he's going to be brought down. He is not able to get into the end zone. Bluefield, again, trying to get themselves on the board. That one went to Kyrie Edwards. Edwards, again, has been successful on the ground for Bluefield at times in this game. Can he find pay dirt here? Shaka Griffin re-enters at running back for Bluefield. So it's Griffin and Edwards in the game at the same time for the first time today. We'll see what the call will be. Handoff's going to go to Edwards, and a pitch to Griffin. He's going to get brought down at the 1 yard line. That was a nice play call there. Kind of a triple option type of deal there. Shaka Griffin getting it, pitching it to Edwards. It's going to be 3rd down and goal at the 2 yard line. Bluefield had a situation very similar to this. They had 2 plays to get a yard. That Reinhardt defense stuffing them on the 4th down and inches. What can Bluefield do here? 3rd down and goal. 2 plays likely to get a yard. Handoff's going to go to Griffin. Griffin trying to muscle his way into the end zone, and he will be stuffed right at the 6-inch line. 4th down and goal coming up for the Rams. That Reinhardt defense trying to stand up once more. The Bluefield Rams trying to knock the wall of Waleska down. What will happen here? 4th down and 1. The handoff's going to go to Edwards. Edwards trying to force his way into the end zone, and he gets it. Touchdown, Bluefield. The Rams strike for the first time today. And it was a little bit more difficult than the fans of the Rams likely would have hoped for, but they were able to get themselves on the board. Edwards muscling his way in for the touchdown. Reinhardt most certainly made them work for every inch on that drive, but Bluefield able to make something happen. Number 42, Dylan Ausley, the freshman, kicking it. It gets blocked. The kick is blocked. It's rolling. Kish Wright falling on top of it. So Reinhardt blocking the extra point. Those extra points are not free, folks. It's 28-6. Eagles still in control.
Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Buffalo's Cafe for the football season.
Welcome back to Ken White Field here in Waleska, Georgia. Reinhardt still in control, but Bluefield cutting into that Reinhardt Eagle lead. It was number 12, Kyrie Edwards, muscling his way in for the touchdown with a nice assist from Ethan Cash, pushing him in the back.
41, Isaiah Brandy.
So Bluefield gets on the board. Reinhardt's going to get the ball back in a 2-minute drill situation, about 2 minutes and 17 seconds on the clock. Kick goes to number 26, Jaden Ponder, and Ponder thought he had some space. He was starting to accelerate, but the tackle is made for Bluefield. That's number 32, Marquavion Rosser on the stop. So the 35-yard line on the left hash is where Reinhardt will begin their next drive. Eagles have gotten pretty much everything they've wanted on this game so far. We'll see what happens here. What can Bluefield do to slow them down? Jackson dropping back, gets a quick drop. The catch made by Jordan Gant. Driven out near the sticks. Was he able to get enough for the first?
Jackson's pass complete.
They'll mark him out short. They'll mark him out short, and the 2-minute warning comes up. 2-minute timeout here for Reinhardt.
2 minutes.
And Eagle offense, again, they've gotten anything they've wanted. It's been easy for them on the ground. The ground has set things up through the air. Taylor Jackson rolled out and tried to keep it for himself on that 4th down. That's how Bluefield got the ball back, because Jackson was a yard short. But outside of that, offensively, they've gotten anything they've wanted against the Rams. This, so far to this point, looks very similar to the game that Reinhardt played against Bluefield, not last season, but 2 seasons ago. That was a dominant offensive performance by Reinhardt. They put up 70 points against Bluefield in the regular season finale. So far, this game seems to be trending in that direction. It's been a nice offensive game for Reinhardt thus far. Bluefield struggling to slow them down. But maybe that last drive was what they needed just to show themselves that it's possible, that you can stop this Reinhardt offense. So a 2-minute drill situation here. Jackson and Colbert in the backfield. Handoff is going to go to Colbert on the left side. Colbert initially looked like he was going to be stopped short, but he found some sliver of space to move the sticks for Reinhardt.
Tackle made by 56.
First down, 1 minute and 53 seconds remaining here in the first half. Now the clock is going to run. Again, Jock Colbert, so difficult to bring down in those one-on-one situations. He was able to just make a small little move to get himself the first down. Quick throw here. It's behind Xavier Brantley. He wasn't able to come down with it. So now we have a play happening and a flag here. That was number 74, Zach Lyle. Seemed like he was mixed up with a Bluefield defender, number 96, J. Vincent Phelps, and Zach Lyle. They were both doing battle down there underneath the pile. We'll see which way the flag goes, and it'll likely be a flag on both sides. We'll see what the call is.
Unsportsmanlike on the defense, number 96. 15 yards from previous.
It's going to be unsportsmanlike against number 96, J. Vincent Phelps. So it seemed like Phelps was holding Zach Lyle down, wasn't allowing Lyle to get up on his feet. So the flag going against him, that's a free 15 yards for Reinhardt. And those plays are so dangerous because it can lead to injuries. It can lead to some unnecessary situations. So Phelps picking that one up. That's his first personal foul of the game. Another personal foul flag of that ilk will lead to him being ejected out of this one. 1st and 10 for Reinhardt, now in Bluefield territory at the 39-yard line. Jackson all alone, empty set. He's dropping back. He's throwing it. It's intercepted. Intercepted for the Bluefield Rams. Number 25, Terrell Sabin. Terrell Sabin with the interception, but this game it's getting a little chippy. That was a blind side block there on that interception return. Number 53, Andre Plummer, just laying the wood on the blind side block. You can't do that anymore in football. That is not allowed in the game of football anymore. That would have been a good block in 2010, maybe even 2015, but in 2025, that's a 15-yard penalty, and you really just got to be smarter there. You cannot allow free yards on one side, and you cannot put your offense in a hole on the other. The refs are going to have to try to get a handle on this game. You don't want this one getting out of control. You don't want to see personal foul flags flying on both sides. Things can get testy in these conference matchups. These are two teams that play each other every season, so there's some familiarity on both sides. Some guys who've played against each other over the course of 4 years.
Foul, blindside block on the return team. Half the distance to go. First down. White.
So there's going to be a blindside block call. Taylor Jackson throwing that interception to Terrell Sabin, the freshman. Reinhardt, they were just dominant offensively in those first 4 drives. Turnover on downs and then an interception. So the Bluefield Ram defense now starting to step up. On Bluefield's last drive, Ethan Cash was able to find Marlon Haywood for a few downfield strikes. Will we see more of that here? 1 minute and 23 seconds remaining. Reinhardt still in control. It's 28-6. They're trying to hold on to this 3-possession lead going into half. Cash is dropping back. Cash looking deep again for Haywood, but cannot find him.
Return receiver with number 8, Jamonte Chavis.
Ethan Cash right now, he's taking these quick drops, trying to hit his speedsters down the field. Offensively, Bluefield, they're beginning to gain some confidence and belief that their receivers can get behind the defensive backs of Reinhardt. Marlon Haywood and Jamonte Chavis are two very fast guys on the outside. Haywood again, a nice grab down the field. Marlon Haywood, he's getting anything he wants down the field for Bluefield right now. That's his 4th time in this game getting behind a defender and finding a way to make something happen. Ethan Cash is looking for Haywood almost exclusively.
That's good for a first down.
There's been some other targets in this game, but it's been Marlon Haywood that Ethan Cash has had a ton of confidence in thus far. Cash dropping back to pass again, looking for somebody, but he's going to get brought down by Emmanuel O'Lighton. And a timeout for Coach Lusk. Emmanuel O'Lighton, his 2nd sack of this game. Ethan Cash has been able to find Marlon Haywood down the field. He was looking for him again, but the defense was too good. And a timeout, 56 seconds remaining. The score is 28-6, but again, Bluefield beginning to gain some momentum and some confidence. They're gaining some belief that they can make something happen against Reinhardt through the air. In particular, Ethan Cash and Marlon Haywood making life difficult on these Reinhardt defensive backs. So now the onus falls on those corners, Brighton Peters, Kish Wright, Carter Hicks, those guys to try to slow down Marlon Haywood. Haywood, just a freshman, 6 feet, 160 pounds. Haywood from Stark, Florida. So him and Cash have been able to connect on a few downfield plays.
Back for the 36-yard line.
It's now 2nd down and 12. Cash again looking, another downfield pass, very nearly intercepted. 2 Reinhardt defenders running into each other. One of them was trying to make the play. The other one, unfortunately, stopping him. Number 28, Kish Wright, shaking up a little bit on that one. He's going to make his way to the sideline.
28, Kish Wright.
That was almost a highlight reel play. 2 guys tracking it through the air, but the danger of situations like that is while those guys are watching the flight of the ball, they're likely not looking at each other. They can't see that they're getting ready to make contact. Just an unfortunate situation for the Eagles. Could have been a turnover forced. Instead, it will be 3rd down and 12. Ethan Cash dropping back. Emmanuel O'Lighton again in the backfield and again with the quarterback sack. Emmanuel O'Lighton with another sack. That's his 3rd of the day.
Number 92, Damian Deloney.
O'Lighton and Deloney on the stop. Timeout Reinhardt. Coach Miller wants to give his offense one more chance to get something going. The score is 28-6. Reinhardt is firmly in control. Bluefield, again, they were building some confidence with some downfield strikes from Ethan Cash to Marlon Haywood. That Reinhardt defensive line really quelling any concern there on that last drive. So Emmanuel O'Lighton was joined by Damian Deloney on that quarterback sack. That's the 3rd time that O'Lighton has been able to make something happen in the backfield of an offense. O'Lighton was a 2023 NAIA All-American selection back at Faulkner. Last season, his first season here at Reinhardt, had 10 sacks for the Eagles. And this year, another strong season for O'Lighton. A 4-year man out of Marietta. So Bluefield now being forced to punt the ball away. The punt is away. Ja Colbert back deep to receive it. Colbert has it. No fair catch signal. He's going to try to make a move. Ja Colbert brought down at the 32-yard line. And that play was blown dead. Colbert thought he was on top of the defender. Instead, they're going to say the play is dead at the 32. 27 seconds remaining. Reinhardt will have a chance to add to their total, ahead 28-6.
First and 10 at the 32.
It's going to likely have to be through the air. 3 receivers to the left side, Gant, Rice, and Ty Jones. Xavier Brantley matched up one-on-one with the man who caught that interception, number 25, Terrell Sablon. Jackson dropping back, was looking for Brantley. Instead, he's going to try to run it. He keeps it for himself. Taylor Jackson brought down around the 40-yard line. 15 seconds remaining and another timeout. The clock is going to stop. No, there wasn't a timeout. We are going to have a timeout. Timeout Reinhardt. So Coach Miller, again, trying to give his offense a chance to add to their total. Now the Eagles, they have plenty of offensive weapons. They also have a special teams weapon in Alex Hansen. Hansen, his longest field goal of the season was a 49-yarder against Southeastern. So you feel like if you can get the ball around that 30-yard line of the other team, then you'll give Hansen a chance to add 3 points to your total. Last season, he had a 47-yard field goal to help Reinhardt win a game against Faulkner. He also had a game-winning field goal against KCU last week. That one a 25-yarder. So 17 seconds remaining. You just want to get into field goal range for Alex Hansen. Jackson dropping back to pass. He's going to have space to run. He pulls it down and keeps it. Jackson trying to get to the sideline. Instead, he's just going to slide. Slides at the 40-yard line. 7.2 seconds remaining. The offense trying to get back on the line to clock it.
Chase Harris on the side.
They're hustling to the line. Clock starts. Jackson clocks it. 5.4 seconds remaining. So you think maybe Hail Mary, maybe something quick. With about 5 seconds remaining, you might just want to see how far Taylor Jackson can throw it down the field and give one of your jump ball guys a chance. The Eagles are going to bring out the field goal team. So the ball is at the 44-yard line. So officially a 61-yard field goal attempt. A 61-yard field goal attempt here. I'm not entirely sure of the NAIA record, but I'm sure that this would be close to it.
Delay of game on the offense.
And a delay of game call will go against the Reinhardt offense. So we'll see if Coach Miller decides to go for the 66-yard attempt. What will be the call here? The offense will make its way back onto the field. So the 61-yarder initially would have admittedly been crazy to see. 66 yards, a bridge too far, says Coach James Miller. 5.4 seconds remaining. We'll see what the play call will be here. The Eagles likely taking a knee. They're in formation to do so. They will go to halftime with a 3-possession lead. That is where we will end the first half. Plenty of fireworks for Reinhardt offensively, but Bluefield using Ethan Cash and Marlon Haywood to build some momentum. We'll see if they can get themselves back into the ball game. Right now, Eagles ahead 28-6 and in control.
Everyone has a ritual. That small thing to keep us focused. A habit we never skip. To clear our minds and elevate our performance. But what do you do to keep your head in the game? To drown out the self-doubt and support your mental health. Maybe you surround yourself with positivity. Or you need to center yourself. Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body. It's about taking care of your mind and mental health. Discover the resources you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority. Everyone has a ritual. That small thing to keep us focused. A habit we never skip. To clear our minds and elevate our performance. But what do you do to keep your head in the game? To drown out the self-doubt and support your mental health. Maybe you surround yourself with positivity. Or you need to center yourself. Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body. It's about taking care of your mind and mental health. Discover the resources you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
Toda mi gente lo siente, 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 toda mi gente caliente, toda mi gente lo siente. Toda mi gente suena, en la favela suena, el techo se me llena, toda mi gente lo siente.
I'm Mauricio Cuevas, defender for the LA Galaxy. The best performance requires the best training. That's why we trust AstroTurf. AstroTurf delivers unparalleled ability, safety, and playability, ensuring every match and session of training is fast and exciting. As a proud partner of the LA Galaxy, AstroTurf continues to provide world-class surfaces, fueling the future of the game.
Welcome to SESN, your ticket to the front row of the sports world, covering local, regional, and national events. We bring the game to you. Feel the excitement of every play, every score, every victory. Get your seat, get on air, and immerse yourself in the heart-pounding action. The Southeast Sports Network, where sports come to life.
Hi there. I'd like to introduce you to McValue at McDonald's. With McValue, you can buy one and add any one of these for only $1. And look at that. You can do the same thing during breakfast. It's crazy. You see, at any moment in the day, McValue can take you to a place where a whole new menu of possibilities exist, inspiring you to order more from life than you could ever imagine. Take a look at your surroundings. Take a look at your environment. Take a look at your past decisions. Take a look at your present. Are you curious about the future? And setting your expectations at perfection is not a way for growth. So I'd use the word curiosity, and that's a long way to get there. But if you stay curious, I think you can get the most out of life's menu. Because if you don't, you're leaving some of those moments on the table. You gotta try to get the most out of life. You might just think McValue adds the power of choice to McDonald's menu, but it also adds the power of perspective. And depending on how you look at it, that might be the most powerful thing you can order. And while you're here, I can't wait to meet you. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
The bravest person I know is definitely my dad, 100%. My friend Sean.
My daughter's Cynthia, and she was in the United States Army.
One of the bravest things he ever did wasn't when he first enlisted, it was when he found his first support group.
Our journey has not been easy.
One of the bravest things he did was when he asked to move in with me and my mom.
I felt like I was lost, and you gave me a place to stay.
When he decided he was going to go back to school after 23 years.
It was the better part of my life that I spent in the Marine Corps. Transitioning out, it's a difficult thing.
She went on foreign soil. She went to war. But the bravest thing she did is when she asked for help.
So I really appreciate it.
I'm worried about Mom.
Mom? She's fine. These are the ones, right, Mom?
Yeah, groundlings.
Sweet potatoes.
Daddy, it's salty.
Some things come with age.
And some don't.
Early detection of Alzheimer's can lead to better care for your loved one. Learn the early warning signs at 10signs.org.
Oh, man. Come on, Emma. Come on, Emma. Where is she?
Hey, do you need a hand?
Yeah. Every time with his team, man. All right, coach, put me on this, man.
Nice dive. Now find your rhythm.
Calm down. Ah! Hey, okay, man. That boy lit. That boy lit. Up. That's it. You got one more for you.
Got you. Like the headway. Here she is, guys. She's coming, guys.
Let's go.
Good morning, Emma. I'm right here now. Come on, come to me, come to me.
Turn me up, baby.
Onyedi.
Onyedi.
You're Fatani.
Boss, man, I'm turned up right now, though. Oh, you're violating, man. Honestly.
Give me a hand. You're good.
Just don't forget what I sent you this morning. You are equipped. Don't allow anyone or anything to tell you different.
I got something for you. That's it. One more. You can.
I really got it.
Onyedi, chin up, bro. You got a goal in you, man. The left back's gas. Come on.
Come on, Sam. This is looking really good.
You only got 10K left, okay? Your pace is phenomenal. Are you ready?
Cabin's all good. Take the hit. Embrace it. You here for a reason, baby. You are here for a reason, baby. Yes. 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's go, baby. Mate, that was so sick.
Come on, Emma. Final push, Emma. Come on.
Okay, time.
Hey, Edward. Forgive. MVP.
sacúdete. Vamos, dale pues, vamos allá, muévete. Mueve loco, como solo tú lo sabes. Así es, pon la mano en la cabeza, sacúdete. Sacúdete, sacúdete. Sacúdete, mira, sacúdete.
Everyone has a ritual. That small thing to keep us focused. A habit we never skip. To clear our minds and elevate our performance. But what do you do to keep your head in the game? To drown out the self-doubt and support your mental health. Maybe you surround yourself with positivity. Or you need to center yourself. Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body. It's about taking care of your mind and mental health. Discover the resources you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
Toda mi gente lo siente, 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 toda mi gente caliente, toda mi gente lo siente. Toda mi gente suena, en la favela suena, el techo se me llena, toda mi gente lo siente.
I'm Mauricio Cuevas, defender for the LA Galaxy. The best performance requires the best training. That's why we trust AstroTurf. AstroTurf delivers unparalleled ability, safety, and playability, ensuring every match and session of training is fast and exciting. As a proud partner of the LA Galaxy, AstroTurf continues to provide world-class surfaces, fueling the future of the game.
Welcome to SESN, your ticket to the front row of the sports world, covering local, regional, and national events. We bring the game to you. Feel the excitement of every play, every score, every victory. Get your seat, get on air, and immerse yourself in the heart-pounding action. The Southeast Sports Network, where sports come to life.
Hi there. I'd like to introduce you to McValue at McDonald's. With McValue, you can buy one and add any one of these for only $1. And look at that. You can do the same thing during breakfast. It's crazy. You see, at any moment in the day, McValue can take you to a place where a whole new menu of possibilities exist, inspiring you to order more from life than you could ever imagine. Take a look at your surroundings. Take a look at your environment. Take a look at your past decisions. Take a look at your present. Are you curious about the future? And setting your expectations at perfection is not a way for growth. So I'd use the word curiosity, and that's a long way to get there. But if you stay curious, I think you can get the most out of life's menu. Because if you don't, you're leaving some of those moments on the table. You gotta try to get the most out of life. You might just think McValue adds the power of choice to McDonald's menu, but it also adds the power of perspective. And depending on how you look at it, that might be the most powerful thing you can order. And while you're here, I can't wait to meet you. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
The bravest person I know is definitely my dad, 100%.
My friend Sean.
My daughter Cynthia, and she was in the United States Army.
One of the bravest things he ever did wasn't when he first enlisted, it was when he found his first support group.
Our journey has not been easy.
One of the bravest things he did was when he asked to move in with me and my mom.
I felt like I was lost, and you gave me a place to stay.
When he decided he was going to go back to school after 23 years.
It was the better part of my life that I spent in the Marine Corps. Transitioning out, it's a difficult thing.
She went on foreign soil. She went to war. But the bravest thing she did is when she asked for help.
So I really appreciate it.
I'm worried about Mom.
Mom? She's fine. These the ones, right, Mom?
Yeah, groundlings.
Sweet potatoes.
Daddy, it's salty.
Some things come with age.
And some don't.
Early detection of Alzheimer's can lead to better care for your loved one. Learn the early warning signs at 10signs.org.
Oh, man.
Come on, Emma. Come on, Emma. Where is she?
Hey, do you need a hand?
Yeah. My God. Every time with his team, man. All right, coach, put me on this, man.
Nice dive. Now find your rhythm.
Calm down. Ah! Hey! Okay, man! That boy lit! That boy lit!
That's it. You got one more for you.
Got you. Like the headway. Here she is, guys. She's coming, guys.
Let's go.
Good morning, Emma. I'm right here now. Come on, come to me, come to me.
Turn me up, baby.
Onyedi, you're for Danny.
Boss, man, I'm turned up right now, though. Oh, you're violent, man, honestly.
Look at me. I'm done. You're good.
Just don't forget what I sent you this morning. You are equipped. Don't allow anyone or anything to tell you different.
I got something for you.
One more. You can.
I really got it.
Onyedi, chin up, bro. You got a goal in you, man. The left back's gas. Come on.
Come on, Sam. This is looking really good.
You only got 10K left, okay? Your pace is phenomenal. Are you ready?
Cam, it's all good. Take the hit, embrace it. You here for a reason, baby. You are here for a reason, baby.
Yes.
3, 1, 2, 3. Let's go, baby.
Mate, that was so sick.
Come on, Emma. Final push, Emma. Come on.
Anytime.
Hey, Edwards. We're game. MVP. MVP. sacúdete. Vamos, dale pues, vamos allá, muévete. Más loco, como solo tú lo sabes. Así es, pon las manos en la cabeza y sacúdete. Sacúdete, 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 mira, sacúdete.
Everyone has a ritual. That small thing to keep us focused. A habit we never skip. To clear our minds and elevate our performance. But what do you do to keep your head in the game? To drown out the self-doubt and support your mental health. Maybe you surround yourself with positivity. Or you need to center yourself. Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body. It's about taking care of your mind and mental health. Discover the resources you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
Toda mi gente lo siente. 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 Toda mi gente caliente. Toda mi gente lo siente. Toda mi gente suena. En la favela suena. El techo se me llena. Toda mi gente lo siente.
I'm Mauricio Cuevas, defender for the LA Galaxy. The best performance requires the best training. That's why we trust AstroTurf. AstroTurf delivers unparalleled ability, safety, and playability, ensuring every match and session of training is fast and exciting. As a proud partner of the LA Galaxy, AstroTurf continues to provide world-class surfaces, fueling the future of the game.
Welcome to SESN, your ticket to the front row of the sports world, covering local, regional, and national events. We bring the game to you. Feel the excitement of every play, every score, every victory. Get your seat, get on air, and immerse yourself in the heart-pounding action. The Southeast Sports Network, where sports come to life.
Hi there. I'd like to introduce you to McValue at McDonald's.
Welcome back to Ken White Field here in Waleska, Georgia. The Reinhardt Eagles out in front 28-6 against the Bluefield Rams. Thus far, it's been another dominant performance on the ground for the Reinhardt Eagles. Reinhardt completely dominating Bluefield, very nearly 200 yards rushing, right now at 198. 7.1 yards per carry as a team thus far. And as it typically is for Reinhardt, it's been a total team effort. They have Jamarion Walker, they have Ja Colbert, two all AAC selections at running back. But it's been a different guy getting involved for the Eagles. It's been Jaden Ponder, it's been Braden Bohannon, Jordan Gant has a 29-yard carry. It's been a few different players who've been able to make their mark on the ground for Reinhardt. All together leads to 198 on the ground. Another great performance also for Taylor Jackson through the air. 7 of 11, 127 yards, and a touchdown. If Bluefield's going to come back in this one, they're going to need that connection of Ethan Cash and Marlon Haywood to get things going. Cash and Haywood connected on a few downfield plays. Ethan Cash so far in this game, 7 of 13, 116 yards. Of his 7 completions, 4 of them going to Haywood. Haywood, 4 receptions, 109 yards. On the ground for Bluefield, it's Kyrie Edwards doing a bulk of the work. 7 carries, 33 yards. Again, it's going to have to be a total team effort for Bluefield if they're going to get a way to come back into this one. Reinhardt, meanwhile, just trying to hold on and remain unbeaten in conference play. Trying to move to 3-0 in AAC play so far, tied for first in the conference. Alex Hansen set to send this one away. Every kick he's had so far in this one has been a touchback. This one will also be a touchback. 5 kicks, 5 touchbacks for Alex Hansen thus far. So that Bluefield offense will now re-enter the fray. They built up a little bit of momentum again. Ethan Cash finding Marlon Haywood down the field on a few separate occasions. That got the ball rolling for them. Right now, they're just trying to see if they can keep some of that momentum. Reinhardt bending but not breaking throughout much of the first half. In the second half, trying to hold on to a 3-possession lead. So Cash will be joined by Shaka Griffin in the backfield. Fake handoff. Cash rolling to his right, under siege. The throw will be complete. That was a nice pass from Ethan Cash to Christian Mack. So Ethan Cash, again, he was able to build some momentum in the later stages of the first half. It was Marlon Haywood doing the bulk of the work. Now he's finding some of those other guys. It's really starting to open up through the air for Bluefield. Maybe that's what they needed. Second play of the second half, Bluefield going to that different look at quarterback Javarian Brown. Brown, their mobile dual threat option. He hands it off to Kyrie Edwards, and Edwards is going to be brought down by number 52, Kamari Poindexter. Javarian Brown really gives Bluefield another dimension at that quarterback position. Very capable runner.
No get on the play, 2nd and 10.
Someone that defenses really have to try to focus on with his ability to attack on the ground. You can see those Reinhardt defenders starting to inch up a little bit closer. Brown rolling to his left, looking to throw it. He will throw it. It goes right into the waiting hands of Namari Jenkins. Interception, and he returns it all the way to the 15-yard line. Namari Jenkins, the alum of Evans High School, waiting for the interception. The ball thrown right to him, and he makes the play.
Interception by Namari.
That is going to set up the Reinhardt offense beautifully into enemy territory in the green zone at the 15-yard line. Javarian Brown was trying to fit that one into a window. Unfortunately for him, Namari Jenkins was waiting on the other side of it. So Jenkins' first interception of the season. Again, the Reinhardt offense set up beautifully in the green zone at the 15-yard line. Taylor Jackson in the backfield, joined by Ja Colbert. The handoff will go to Colbert. No, Jackson keeps it for himself, and he's going to get brought down. Jackson tried to fake the handoff, but he was brought down by number 53, Andre Plummer.
By number 9, Taylor Jackson.
The read option there. Decided not to give it to Colbert. Instead, he tried to make a play.
2nd and 13.
Again, Taylor Jackson, he's a very capable rusher. At time, maybe not the greatest of decisions there. Brings up 2nd and about 12. Another fake handoff, and it's intercepted. It is intercepted. That is the 2nd interception of the game for number 25, Terrell Sablon. Sablon, the freshman from Virginia Beach, has 2 interceptions on the day. Sablon making his case for some conference recognition with 2 interceptions against the Reinhardt offense. And that's Taylor Jackson's 2nd interception of the game.
Blue Rams ball at the 2-yard line.
So the good news for Bluefield, they were able to pick the ball off and exchange possessions. The bad news, they're backed up at the 2-yard line, and they're likely going to have to drive the full length of the field to put points on the board. Ethan Cash hands it off to Edwards, and Edwards is going to be brought down. First to the play, number 52, Kamari Poindexter.
Tackle by 52.
So the first play of the drive, Taylor Jackson kept it on a quarterback keeper that went for a loss of 2 yards. Second play on the drive, Jackson, another fake handoff. This time was looking through the air, was looking for Xavier Brantley.
5-yard line.
But Terrell Sablon jumping the route, making a terrific play. Cash looking for Haywood deep, and he has him. Marlon Haywood, no, he doesn't. He drops it at the last moment. Nice defensive play there by number 18, Carter Hicks, playing through Haywood's hands and not giving up on the play.
Broken up by number 18, Carter Hicks.
Carter Hicks, the alum of Creekside High School, making the stop there. It will now be 3rd down and 7 for the Bluefield Rams. So after surrendering 4 consecutive touchdown drives, Bluefield has now stopped Reinhardt on their last 3 drives. So the offense, the onus now falls on them to keep that momentum building. They're starting to slow them down. You have to score when you get it. Great defensive play there by Brighton Peters, pushing the defender towards the sideline. It's going to be 4th down and long, which will likely bring up the punt team. That was a textbook cornerback play there from Brighton Peters.
Number 3, Brighton Peters.
You really force
4th down.
You really force the quarterback to try to fit it along the sideline, but there really wasn't any space for Peters to work with there. Cash not able to connect. Will bring up 4th down. They're going to punt it away. Ja Colbert is back deep to receive it. Now these are the dangerous times here. You need to have a good snap and a good punt. The snap is good. The punt is good as well. Colbert's going to receive it at the 40. No fair catch signal. Colbert trying to find space. Still on his feet. Ja Colbert running on the left side. Colbert still going and gets upended around the 23. It initially looked like Ja Colbert was going to be brought down after a short gain. Somehow, some way, jumping away from 3 defenders and finding even more space. He gets Reinhardt right down near the green zone yet again. They're at the 23-yard line. And in these situations, Reinhardt typically tries to rein the game back in by utilizing their ground attack. We'll see what the call will be here. Jamarion Walker now in the backfield with Taylor Jackson. Jamarion Walker has 2 touchdowns on the day. And Walker's going to take this one on the right side. Jamarion Walker running through a defender. Jamarion Walker near the line to gain. He's brought down after a tough 9-yard carry. Jamarion Walker, when he gets going, running downhill, so hard to stop, so difficult to bring down.
Pick up of 9 yards.
And much like Colbert, he's a guy that gets going more and more as the game progresses. Handoff goes to Ty Jones. Walker with a nice block, but Ty Jones loses the football. Ty Jones loses the football, and it will be recovered by the Bluefield Rams. Reinhardt with the turnover, Anthony Jefferson with the fumble recovery, and the Rams will get the ball back. Another stop in the red zone.
Fumble recovered by Bluefield.
At one point, Reinhardt, it was 4 drives, 4 touchdowns. Now in the second half, 2 drives, 2 turnovers forced by the Bluefield Ram defense. So that's now 4 consecutive drives that Reinhardt has gone without a score. If you are the Bluefield offense, you have to feel a little bit of pressure to help your offense out a little bit, help your defense out a little bit, rather. They're starting to slow down a potent offense. You have to make do on the momentum that they're building for you and put something on the board. Griffin now has space on the left side. He has a 1st down, and he's driven out around the 20-yard line. Bluefield, they got things going on the ground in the early stages of the game. Now trying to get back to that ground attack. Shaka Griffin picking up the first down, moving the chains.
That was good for a first down.
Kyrie Edwards did a bulk of the work for Bluefield in that first half. Shaka Griffin trying to return the favor here. Now on the right side, he's going to get brought down by number 20, Gabe Helton. Now, as things have gotten choppy for Reinhardt's offense, Reinhardt's defense has been able to tighten up the screws and slow down Bluefield. The exception of a few of those deep strikes to Marlon Haywood from Ethan Cash, it really hasn't been much going through the air for them. They've found much more success on the ground. Fake handoff, Ethan Cash evading a rush, but he cannot evade another. Julian Stevenson on the sack.
Quarterback keeper.
Nathaniel Sanford got into the backfield within the blink of an eye. Ethan Cash was able to make a juke move to get away from him, but Julian Stevenson was waiting for him.
Third down and 8.
It's now 3rd down and 8. Right around 10 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Reinhardt still in control, but things getting a little bit uneasy here in Waleska, Georgia. Running back goes in motion. And that was a nice play there, picking up the first down. Something quick to number 10, Rajon Trainham.
10. Raekwon Trainham. For a first down.
So Trainham gets the first down. The Bluefield, they have to feel good about where they are because it looked like Reinhardt was going to be able to run away with it. Their defense has really slowed down the offense of the Eagles. Now they're trying to make something happen on offense of their own.
Raekwon Trainham, number 10, with the carry. Braylon Jones on the stop.
9 minutes remaining.
Second and 5. Ball's at the 40-yard line.
The handoff is going to go to Trainham again. Bluefield, they have 5 different running backs that they're very comfortable with giving carries to. We saw a lot of Kyrie Edwards in the early stages. We've seen Shaka Griffin get involved. Abdul Kolokos also had a few carries.
3rd and 3.
Now we're seeing Rajon Trainham get involved. 3rd down and 4, empty formation here. Ethan Cash all alone in the backfield. Quick drop, quick throw, it will not go. Great defensive play there. Kish Wright on the stop. That pass was intended for number 80, Marlon Haywood. Haywood has really made his presence felt throughout this game, but Kish Wright getting the stop.
Broken up by 28, Kish Wright. 4th down.
So 4th down and 4. Bluefield's going to send out the punt team. Those are always so difficult to really manage as a coach. It's easy for me to say from where I'm sitting that I would go for it, but I guess that's just the Madden coach and me talking. Coach Luss knowing better, deciding to punt it away. Tyrus McKee back deep, takes a Reinhardt bounce before settling at the 27-yard line. And that is where Reinhardt's offense will begin. 2 consecutive turnovers by Reinhardt has given Bluefield's defense some life. First one was an interception by Taylor Jackson. The second one was a fumble from Ty Jones. So Reinhardt's offense back on the field. Jaden Ponder now in the game with Taylor Jackson. And this a bit of a heavier set for the Eagles. A man flexed off in the H-back position. Tight end Xavier Walker also in the game. Toss to Ponder. Ponder trying to find room. Can't find much. Brought down after a gain of 1.
On the carry, number 26, Jaden Ponder.
Andre Plummer on the stop. So now Ponder out the game. Also Taylor Jackson out the game. Braden Bohannon, the Kennesaw State transfer, back in. Joined by Jamarion Walker. So Jamarion Walker in the backfield. Xavier Walker entering the game late. He's offset to the right side. That play clock starting to wind down. Braden Bohannon takes the snap, keeps it for himself, trying to find any type of room. Gets brought down after a gain of maybe a yard, maybe more like 6 inches. 3rd down and 8 coming up for this Reinhardt offense. They were so explosive in the early stages of the game. It has been more of a struggle for them as this game has continued. Bluefield's defense has really settled in, and they're making life hard on Reinhardt's offense. 3rd down and 8. Taylor Jackson back in the game. Jamarion Walker in the backfield. 3 receivers to the left. Jackson dropping back to pass. Looking towards the sticks. The grab will be made. It's Xavier Brantley. Yet again, that Jackson to Brantley connection coming through for the Reinhardt Eagles. It moves the chains for a 1st down. The 2 guys to look to when it comes to big catches made and big moments for Reinhardt so far this season. 81 Cedric Cullors and there, number 23 Xavier Brantley. Handoff going to Walker. Walker on the right side, and he's going to be joined immediately by a host of Bluefield Ram defenders. The first one to him, number 96, J. Vincent Phelps. So now Bluefield starting to slow down that Reinhardt rushing attack. The defensive linemen, they were getting pushed around a bit in that 1st quarter. 2nd quarter, they began to stand up a little bit. Now in the 3rd quarter, they're starting to play on Reinhardt's side of the line of scrimmage. Now under 6 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. 2 running backs in the backfield, McKee and Walker. The handoff will go to McKee. Tyrese McKee breaking a tackle and getting across the 45-yard line. Nice run from McKee, brings up 3rd down and 4. Tyrese McKee getting a few carries in this game. We haven't seen him play a ton of running back this year, but he was an all-conference running back 2 years running in both 22 and 23. Jackson's going to keep it for himself, running behind Jamarion Walker, and Taylor Jackson runs forward for the 1st down. And that one, no fret, no frills, nothing major, nothing crazy. Just give it to Jackson and allow him to make a play. He picks up the 1st down. And after picking up the 1st down, Jackson now exits a new quarterback in the game, number 4, Ethan Rice. So Ethan Rice is going to take a snap. We saw Braden Bohannon on the last drive. Now Ethan Rice here in this one. Rice is going to fake the handoff. No, he will hand it off. The handoff going to Jaden Ponder, and some extracurricular activity taking place there near the bottom of the pile. And that's going to be a late hit against the Bluefield Rams. A few undisciplined plays from that Bluefield defense. Again, tension starting to run high. It's starting to get a little crazy out there. That Ram defense, they're making plays, but again, you cannot give a team as talented as Reinhardt free yards. Now on the other side, if you're Reinhardt, the one thing that you can't do is you can't retaliate to some of these plays. It's human nature to feel slighted when someone does something after the play, especially to one of your skill position players in Jaden Ponder. As a lineman, you should want to try to get back at the other team for doing such a thing, but Coach Miller wants to try to make sure that they keep those plays between the whistles. The call is going to be targeting against Ace Thornton. So Jaden Ponder was brought down initially by Andre Plummer. Then after the play, Ace Thornton came in, and it seemed like he ducked his head into Jaden Ponder when he was on the ground. So the official call is going to be targeting. We will have a review of it, and as we review it, we're going to step away.
after further review, the call has been overturned to no targeting. Second down.
So after further review, the call on the field has been overturned. No targeting on the play. So the fact that they call targeting negates what would have been just a personal foul or a late hit, so it's going to be a tackle for a loss. What did happen was Ace Thornton came in after the play and tried to get an extra lick on Jaden Ponder. Luckily for Bluefield, it goes their way. It's going to be second down and about 11. Gant in motion. Jackson fakes the handoff. He's going to get brought down. Jay Vincent Phelps again on the stop.
Quarterback keeper by Taylor Jackson, number 9.
Taylor Jackson, he's very capable of being able to pull the ball and make plays on the ground. Again, he had that big-time 65-yard rush against KCU to set up the go-ahead score.
3rd and 8.
But being that he is your starting quarterback, you probably don't want him to take too many of those type of hits. 3rd down and 8 coming up. 2 receivers to the right side, Gant and Rice. Xavier Walker flexed at H. Xavier Brantley on the left side, isolated. Handoff goes to Jaden Ponder. Ponder trying to muscle his way to the sticks. He's going to be short. It's going to be 4th down and about 3. And that Reinhardt offense, no one's budging. No one's working their way off the field. Everyone's staying on the field. 4th down and 4, and the Eagles are going to go.
4th and 4.
Now 4 receivers on the field. Brantley and Jones to the left, Rice and Gant to the right, Ponder and Jackson in the backfield. What will the play call be here? Trying to get the Bluefield Rams to jump off sides, and they do. Hard count there, and Zach Lyle smartly touching the defender who jumped into the neutral zone. We'll wait on the official ruling, but from this angle, it looks like it was offsides. The refs are deliberating on it. We'll see what the call will be. The defender jumped into the neutral zone. Zach Lyle touching his helmet to alert the referee. They could say that he didn't go all the way into the neutral zone. We'll see.
Offsides.
Offsides will go against the Bluefield Rams. That's number 52, Jack Everett, who was a little bit too antsy on that play. Again, Zach Lyle, a veteran move there. He's a senior on that offensive line for the Reinhardt Eagles. Very astutely touching the helmet of the defender who jumped into the neutral zone. So it's 1st and 10, a new set of downs for the Eagles at the 35-yard line. This offense is beginning to roll once more. Tyrus McKee coming in motion, and now some movement up front from the Reinhardt offense. So the movement giveth, the movement taketh away. This time, -5 yards for the Eagles. It's going to be 1st and 15.
It's 1st and 15.
So the Eagles got the 5 they needed for the first down, but they will lose 5. It will make it 1st and a little bit longer. Cam Curtis coming in motion. He gets it, and he's going to be brought down. Everett's on the stop. Everett's got into that backfield quick, fast, and in a hurry, and was able to bring down Cam Curtis.
Cam Curtis on the carry.
Going to bring up 2nd and very long. That looks like 2nd and 20.
With Ethan Walker on the stop.
And that's the danger of those type of penalties, because now you put so much pressure on your offense to move forward on that next play.
2nd and 22.
What would have been maybe a 2nd and 13, 2nd and 14 now turns into a 2nd and 20. Curtis once more coming in motion. Jackson's gonna drop back to pass. Jackson looking deep instead, he pulls it down, slides. That was almost a collision between Jackson and Everett. Everett was able to pull up and stop himself from what would have been a big-time collision. Instead, it's going to be 3rd and long for the Reinhardt offense.
Jack Everett to the 52 on the tackle.
We're now under 2 minutes remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Reinhardt put up 28 points in the first half. It's been much murkier waters here in the second. Jackson and Isaiah Payton in the backfield for the Eagles. Jackson dropping back to throw it. Finds Ethan Rice. Rice making a defender miss, making another defender miss. Gets thrown out around the 30-yard line. Ethan Rice caught that pass and was able to elude 2 defenders before being driven out. It's now 4th down and 4 for the Reinhardt Eagles. We've seen Ethan Rice at quarterback. We've seen Ethan Rice take some snaps and take some jet sweeps at running back. Now Ethan Rice making a play at receiver.
4th and 5 from the 30-yard line.
4th and about 4 yards for the Reinhardt offense. Jackson rolling to his left, throwing deep, looking for Jacorian Polk. Pass intended for Polk, no flag on the play. Turnover on downs for the Reinhardt offense. Taylor Jackson tried to hit Jacorian Polk going deep. Great defensive play there from the Bluefield Rams. They were all over that play. The Reinhardt offense remained scoreless here in the 3rd quarter. The Bluefield defense, again, they have settled into this game. That's now 5 consecutive scoreless drives for Reinhardt. On the other side, that Reinhardt defense has continued to play very well. Bluefield has not been able to make much headway during this scoring drought.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 from the 30. Ethan Cash back under center for Bluefield. Kyrie Edwards joining him in the backfield. Cash dropping back to pass, throws it. It will be complete along the middle of the field. Pass caught by Christian Mack, and he's brought down at the 45-yard line. Marlon Haywood got things going for Bluefield in the first half. Now Christian Mack with 2 receptions in the second half. Under 10 seconds remaining, we'll see if Bluefield can get another play in.
Brian Jones.
Snap goes to Cash. Cash with the quick drop. Now Cash trying to find space. Hits Edwards in the flat. Edwards making one man miss, making another man miss. Edwards still on his feet. Edwards will be brought down after the greatest loss of a yard that we will ever see. It will bring up 2nd and 11. Reinhardt putting the 4s up. The 4th quarter will now commence here in Waleska, Georgia. Very entertaining quarter of football there. Last frame coming up. Eagles still in control.
That's the end of your 3rd quarter.
Welcome back to Waleska, Georgia. Entering the 4th quarter, Reinhardt out in front, 28-6 against the Bluefield Rams. Bluefield trying to pick up an upset victory. Reinhardt trying to hold on. Some trickery here from the Rams. Emmanuel O'Lighton was having none of it. 2 guys going in motion. One guy thought he had the ball in Coloco. The man who had it was Jamonte Chavis. Emmanuel O'Lighton was not having any of the trickeration from Bluefield. It's going to bring up 3rd down and about 16. 3rd and extremely long. Quads formation to the left side for Bluefield. One guy isolated on the right side. That's Marlon Haywood. Ethan Cash all alone in the backfield. Dropping back to pass. O'Lighton in the backfield. Cash still trying to find space. O'Lighton brought him down. No, he didn't. Damian Deloney will finish the job.
Quarterbacks, bootleg.
Emmanuel O'Lighton got into that backfield and very nearly had himself another sack. but it's the Kaiser transfer, Damian Deloney, picking up the stop. Deloney and O'Lighton have been phenomenal for Reinhardt in this game. They're generating very consistent pressure along that defensive line.
Number 41, Isaiah Bandy.
So 4th and very long. Bluefield's going to punt the ball away. Tyrus McKee back deep to receive the punt. The punt is away. No fair catch signal, but he is telling his guys to get away from it. It gets down around the 30-yard line. So again, that Reinhardt defense stepping up. It has been a long scoring drought for the Eagles. Has not mattered much because the defense, again, is continuing to play well. Now, of course, you know that Coach Miller and Coach Hennis would love to see their offense start to get going here.
First and 10, start the fourth quarter.
Again, a lot of credit to that defense, coached by defensive coordinator Barry Gardner. 1st and 10, Taylor Jackson in the backfield. He hands it off to Ja Colbert. Colbert up the middle, gain of around 4. Now, the benefit of having such a dominant ground attack is that when you get into moments like these, you can lean on that running game to grind away at the clock and really shorten up the game. They can limit the possessions that Bluefield has, which limits their opportunities to come back into the ball game. Trailing by 3 possessions, it remains to be seen if Bluefield will even get 3 more opportunities with the ball. Ja Colbert tried to shake off a defender, but he gets brought down.
On the carry was Ja Colbert.
Now, win, lose, or draw, Bluefield's defense can take a lot of positives away with how they've played as this game has progressed. They've slowed down Reinhardt considerably here in the second half, still scoreless in the second half. Rams haven't been able to get much going on offense, but that defense has begun to step up. Taylor Jackson, quick drop, quick throw to Jamarion Walker. He gets the grab, runs over a defender, stays on his feet, does a little tiptoe on the sideline and gets the first down. We have a flag on the far sideline. We'll see what the flag will be. Bluefield pointing towards Reinhardt. We'll see if it's a procedure penalty, an illegal formation. If they have enough guys on the LOS. A legal formation on the Reinhardt Eagles. 5 men in the backfield. On every play, you are supposed to have 7 men on the line of scrimmage. Reinhardt gets tagged with only having 6. So it's going to be 3rd down and long.
The 31-yard line.
Another self-inflicted mistake by that Reinhardt offense wipes away what was a great 3rd down conversion from Jamarion Walker. Taylor Jackson, quick drop, the throw. Brantley cannot hold on to it. Number 25, Terrell Sablon on the PBU. Sablon has 2 interceptions in this game. He comes up big yet again for that Bluefield defense with the pass breakup. You can see Sablon, he's having some words with some people on that Reinhardt sideline. Basically, I can't really read lips, but I'd say it's something in the form of stop throwing the ball my way.
Alex Hansen in the punt.
So Alex Hansen comes in to punt it away.
Marlon Haywood.
Hansen handles it and punts it. Back deep, no fair catch signal. Takes a considerable Reinhardt bounce before rolling away out of bounds. They're going to mark it at the 22-yard line, so a nice punt for Alex Hansen. That is where Bluefield will begin their next drive. Bluefield offense back on the field. Ethan Cash
22-yard line, first and 10, Bluefield.
Trying to make something happen for his offense. Quick drop. He's going to get brought down. Emmanuel Olayton was the first to him. Yet again, Emmanuel Olayton doing a little dance toward his sideline for good measure. Nathaniel Sanford joining him on the sack. It's been a dominant performance for Emmanuel Olayton, and I said last week in the game against Kentucky Christian that if there was a stat for quarterback hurries here in NAI, Emmanuel Olayton would likely be the tops in that category. He generates consistent pressure, hasn't really gotten home on a ton of sacks this year. Well, that has changed today. This time getting home again, also Damian Deloney joining him. Olayton and Deloney are having a race to the quarterback on seemingly every single play.
Quarterback sack, Emmanuel overtime number 1 and number 9.
Damian Deloney and Emmanuel Olayton dominant along the edge for Reinhardt in this ball game. And Olayton's going to take a much-needed breather. Coming into the game is number 31, Bryce Parrish. He will replace him. Parrish, the alum of Houston County High School. Ethan Cash alone in the backfield. Little quick screen, third and very long. Nothing doing there for the Bluefield offense. Damian Deloney and Emmanuel Olayton completely wrecked that drive before it got going for the Bluefield Rams. And it's two young offensive tackles starting for Bluefield. Left tackle Seth Moore, right tackle Ryan Kapernika, two freshmen out there for Bluefield. And it's been tough going up against veteran pass rushers in Emmanuel Olayton and Damian Deloney, a name we haven't called a whole lot in this game, but makes a ton of plays for Reinhardt. Is number 22, Nolan Marshall, was an all-conference selection at defensive end last season. So that is a very tough pass rushing trio for any pair of offensive tackles to go up against, but especially a pair of freshman offensive tackles. So the Bluefield Rams again come up empty on offense. So now the Reinhardt offense will get back onto the field. The Eagles trying to hold on to this 3-possession lead. 9 minutes and 44 seconds remaining. Reinhardt thought they had a first down. They thought they had a reset of downs after a Jamarion Walker conversion, but the play was called back from a procedure penalty. So self-inflicted mistakes, the name of the second half for this Reinhardt offense. Two running backs in the backfield, Walker and Ponder. Handoff goes to Ponder. Walker lead blocking. Ponder gets brought down after a gain of 2.
On the carry of Jaden Ponder, 26.
So you were able to establish yourself in the game. You were able to jump out to an early lead. Now you want to try to just hold on, run this clock out. Again, limit the opportunities that Bluefield offense will have. Another handoff goes to Ponder. Ponder shaking off one defender but cannot shake off another. Stop made by number 22, C.J. Howard. Will be 3rd down and 3. Reinhardt offense trying to control the line of scrimmage.
About 3 yards.
It's been another dominant rushing game for the Eagles. They're trying to put the finishing touches on it. Ponder, 3rd consecutive handoff. Does he get across the line to gain? It's going to be close. They're going to say he's short. 4th down and 1. It's going to be 4th and 1, and
26.
Again, no sign of any budging from anyone on offense. The O-line remains on the field, as does Taylor Jackson. They're going to go for it. Heavy package in. Eagles bringing in a 6th O-lineman, Braddock Vohan, number 71, coming in. He will be an extra tackle joining Zach Lyle on the left side. Heavy package in for the Eagles. Quick handoff to Jamarion Walker. Walker trying to get across the line to gain. Does he get there? It's going to be close. We might need another measurement.
On the carry was number 6, Jamarion Walker. And that's a Nina's Pizza 1st down.
He just gets across the line to gain for the first down. Jamarion Walker.
Chris Reynolds on the stop.
New set of downs for the Eagles offense. They pride themselves on those short yardage situations. This time getting it by maybe not even 6 inches, maybe 3 inches, but just enough to move the chains. But Coach Dewey Lusk wants another look at it. He's going to throw out that red challenge flag, so the referees are going to look at that spot. So many times we can have a reevaluation of the spot, but at this point in the game, Coach Lusk just trying to give his offense as many possessions as possible. Defensively, Bluefield's really done a nice job of stepping up. They've done a terrific job of slowing down Reinhardt. It would be another great stop for them if this goes their way. Now on the other side of that, Reinhardt again just trying to grind away at that clock. 7 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. Eagles so far 2-0 in conference play. 2 consecutive victories after starting off 1-3. A very difficult non-conference slate that Reinhardt faced off against on the road at Southeastern, on the road at Cumberland. They had a home tilt with Florida Memorial to begin the year before finishing non-conference play with a home matchup with Lindsey Wilson. So the Eagles trying to get above 500 for the first time since week 1. They started the year off 1-0. That was the last time Reinhardt was above 500 this year. A victory would put them at 4-3. Meanwhile, Bluefield trying to upset the apple cart, so to speak, and pick up a big-time road victory, an upset victory of the Reinhardt Eagles. Reinhardt nearly went down against Kentucky Christian last week. They were up big against the Knights. Kentucky Christian came roaring back. They tied the game up at 35. So the call on the field gets upheld. It's going to be first down and 10 for the Reinhardt offense. Reinhardt very nearly went down against Kentucky Christian last week. Kentucky Christian tied it up 35-35. Between Taylor Jackson and Ja Colbert, the Eagles were able to get down the field, setting up an Alex Hansen game-winning field goal. So that was how Reinhardt moved to 2-0 in conference play. They're hoping that they're putting the finishing touches on a 3rd consecutive Appalachian victory. 2 running backs in the backfield. I believe that this is the first time today that we've seen that 2-headed monster in the game at the same time. Ja Colbert on the right, Jamarion Walker on the left. Colbert's going to get it with Walker lead blocking. Colbert has some room and finishes the run. Massive collision there. Colbert shaking his head, saying that he's all right. He was able to take a licking and keep on ticking. He got past the line of the game, but there is a flag near the sideline. That was a collision. Ja Colbert still shaking his head, trying to shake off that hit. We'll see what the ruling on the field is from the flag.
That's a Nina Space first down.
78 on the offense.
Holding against the Reinhardt offense. That's holding against number 78, Daniel Davis. Davis, the backup left tackle, in for the Eagle offense. A holding will be called against him. Now, the normal tackle pair for Reinhardt, number 72, Jaden Calhoun, number 74, Zach Lyle, both of them on the sideline for the Eagles. The new tackle pair, Vohan and Davis. Braden Bohannon's going to keep it for himself and run behind Vohan and gets brought down after a gain of about 2. So Bluefield, they've been playing with their freshman tackles for the duration of the game. Davis and Vohan, 2 freshmen in at left and right tackle now for the Reinhardt Eagles. Joined by Jonas Daniels at left guard, Anthony Green, another freshman at center, and senior Aaron Inman at right guard. So up front for the Eagles right now, 3 freshmen and a sophomore in Jonas Daniels. Ponder going in motion. He's going to get it on the quick swing pass. Juggled it but kept it in his hands. gain of about 11. It was second and long, so now it's going to be, well, it was second and extremely long. It sets up a third and just long now, third and about 8.
Second and was third down and 8.
So Reinhardt, again, throwing out some different looks, some different combinations. We're seeing some young guys get some burn. Jaden Ponder playing very well in his role so far today. He's caught some passes, had some nice runs. Stepped up as that third running back for the Eagles as Harlem Diamond nurses an injury. Quick pass to Ponder. Ponder has it. It's going to be a first down, and he gets driven out around the 26-yard line. So that Reinhardt running back room really showcasing how talented they are. Illegal formation against the Reinhardt Eagles. Second illegal formation penalty of the second half for the Eagles. Another self-inflicted mistake, wiping away a third down conversion. But nonetheless, that Reinhardt running back room really showcasing its talent. We know about Colbert and Walker. Ponder, for the first time really this season, making plays for the Eagles out of that backfield. Isaiah Payton now in at running back number 32. He's a freshman for the Eagles, but someone that they're very comfortable throwing out there in situations. He had some carries against Florida Memorial. Jackson, quick drop, looking for Brantley. Brantley coming down with it. He makes the grab right near the line to gain. Again, big moments, big time situations. Jackson is looking for 23 and 81. We haven't seen a ton of Cedric Cullors so far today, but Xavier Brantley has stepped up time and time again. That Jackson to Brantley connection usually comes through for the Eagles. Today has been no different. It's going to be 4th and short for the Reinhardt. We'll say 4th and 2. Now under 5 minutes remaining. Heavy set for the Eagles. Nasty split on that right side. Jacorian Polk at H-back flexed off to the left. He comes in motion now, flexed off to the right. Payton snowed under immediately by that Bluefield defense. It will be a turnover on downs. Jay Vincent Phelps on the stop. So you can tell the Bluefield defense, they're happy with how they're playing. They're jumping around. They're excited. They've done a nice job of slowing down what has been one of the more potent offensive attacks in the Appalachian Athletic Conference to this point.
It'll be 1st and 10 for
they haven't got a ton of run support, so to speak. Their offense hasn't been able to make plays against that Reinhardt defense, but Bluefield can take what their defense has done and use that to build momentum moving forward. Ethan Cash with the handoff, immediately brought down. Nathaniel Sanford on the stop. That was a quick handoff to Abdul Koloko. Nathaniel Sanford getting into that backfield quickly. Nathaniel Sanford, defensive tackle for Reinhardt, an alum of Warner Robins High School. Nathaniel Sanford, one of the quicker get-offs you'll see from an interior defensive lineman. Cash looking for Edwards. Edwards is going to be met and driven out of bounds.
Pass completed. 12, Kyrie Edwards.
It's going to be 3rd down and 8. The Reinhardt Eagle defense has been phenomenal so far in this game as we wind down under 4 minutes remaining. Eagles making some subs along that defensive line. Coach Barry Gardner wants a timeout as he tries to shuffle through a few different guys. So they're going to take a timeout. We're going to take a timeout as well. We're going to step away. Eagles ahead, 28-6. Welcome back to Ken White Field. Bluefield's going to have a 3rd and long, trying to will themselves back into the game, but they are running out of time to do so. 3 minutes and 45 seconds remaining. Ethan Cash, empty set, looking deep. Chavis has it down the field. Ethan Cash able to connect with Jamonte Chavis, the native of Petersburg, Virginia. There isn't a whole lot of time remaining, but there is time left on the clock, so it is a non-zero chance for Bluefield to come back in this game. They're going to need to score quickly. Cash looking, that's Marlon Haywood. Marlon Haywood driven out around the 10-yard line. So the man who established things through the air for Bluefield in the first half, Marlon Haywood, he's been quiet in the second half. Ethan Cash able to find him for a first down. 2 consecutive first downs through the air for this Bluefield passing attack.
At the 10.
They will remain in an empty formation. This is where they found some success through the air. Ethan Cash again dropping back, this time bailing out of the pocket. Cash keeping it for himself and gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Bluefield Rams. Ethan Cash on the scramble score. Ethan Cash scrambling for 6 for the Bluefield Rams, and they have cut the lead to now 2 possessions. Bluefield going for 2, trying to cut the lead to 14. Ethan Cash rolling right, throws left. Reinhardt all over it. The throw a little bit low. Chavis couldn't get it. Julian Stevenson read that one like a book, cover to cover. It's now 28-12, and that is where it will remain. So a missed 2-point conversion attempt there. Eagles will keep a 16-point lead down the stretch. 2 minutes remaining.
Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Buffalo's Cafe for the football season.
We didn't come to fix Marco's brakes because it was convenient or fast. We did it because Marco has bigger fish to fry and a lot of hungry people to feed. Kraus Family Ford. Passion drives purpose.
The Southeast Sports Network is now on Amazon Fire.
Welcome back to Ken White Field here in Waleska, Georgia. The Bluefield Rams have cut into that Reinhardt lead. It's 28-12. Reinhardt ahead by 2 possessions. It's going to be even more difficult, though, for the Rams to get back into it. It's a 16-point game, not a 14-point game, so they'll need 2 onside, 2 touchdowns, and 2 2-point conversions. Flag was thrown, so it was likely an offsides on that kicking team of Bluefield, but it will not matter much as Ethan Rice calmly falls on top of the football. We'll get an official verdict. We'll have to see what the official call is on the field. Again, likely offsides. That's exactly what it is. It's going to be offsides against the Bluefield Rams. Again, does not matter much with Ethan Rice falling on top of it for the Reinhardt Eagles. So the Eagles will begin in Bluefield territory at the 44-yard line. Would expect Reinhardt again to try to use that potent ground attack and run out this clock with 2 minutes and 44 seconds remaining. The Eagles just trying to hold on to what would be their 3rd consecutive conference victory. New quarterback in the game for Reinhardt, number 14, Case Kinnaman. He hands it off to Isaiah Payton. Payton running behind that offensive line. He gets about 4 yards and stoppage of play here. Timeout, Bluefield. Coach Lusk trying to give his team as much of a chance as possible.
Isaiah Payton in the carry.
And I say that's the least you could do for your defense, because your defense has kept you in the game in this second half. They have slowed down Reinhardt. Reinhardt got off to a fast start with 28 points, touchdowns on their first 4 possessions, but the Bluefield defense has held them scoreless since then. So you figure it's 2 minutes and 37 seconds remaining. You still have the 2-minute timeout. On their last drive, they were able to score very quickly through the air. Ethan Cash was able to hit Jamonte Chavis and Marlon Haywood down the field before scrambling for a score. So you figure if you can get the ball back, you'll give yourself a chance, because they found some success through the air on downfield strikes. Now you have to be able to have time to throw the football, as Emmanuel O'Lighton and Damian Deloney have been dominant on the edge for the Eagles. But if you have time, you feel like you got 2 receivers in Chavis and Haywood that can make something happen. Of course, Reinhardt can end any of the speculation that they could be in trouble with a few more first downs. Isaiah Payton making a man miss, and he's in the open field. Isaiah Payton at the 10, the 5, and gets brought down at the 4. Isaiah Payton, the freshman running back, making some men miss before eventually getting brought down. So now the Eagles are back in business.
Made by 25, Terrell.
It's going to be first down and goal.
Bluefield. And that's sponsored by Needles
That's going to
Pizza.
bring us to that 2-minute warning. We'll see if the Eagles try to get one more touchdown on the board. Right now ahead by 16 and threatening from the 4-yard line.
2 minutes.
Welcome back to Ken Whitefield. The Reinhardt Eagles threatening from the 4-yard line, set up by a nice run from Isaiah Payton. Isaiah Payton from Woodstock High School, Cherokee County native, doing work for his hometown school, his hometown institution. Again, he was an alum of Woodstock High School, so that's about 25 minutes away from the campus of Reinhardt University. Payton trying to find pay dirt, brought down at the 1-yard line. So Reinhardt, they're probably going to let this one drip all the way down as much as possible. Again, putting the finishing touches on a 3rd consecutive Appalachian Athletic Conference victory. Kinnaman gets the snap. He's going to keep it for himself, and he can't get into the end zone. Case Kinnaman tried to drive it in. Bluefield's defensive line saying no. And another timeout for the Bluefield Rams. Again, with time on the clock and trailing by 2 possessions, it is a non-zero chance that they can come back into this one. Now, I wouldn't say that it's 50-50, maybe not even 60-40, but it is a non-zero chance. So you got to give yourself as many chances as possible to get back into it. Coach Lusk exhausting every resource at his disposal.
1 minute and 11 seconds. It will run on my signal.
So the clock will have to change. It's going to be 1 minute and 11 seconds. And from there, it will run. So even less time for Bluefield to make something happen. Kinnaman and Payton in the backfield. Reinhardt again trying to put the finishing touches on a 3rd consecutive AAC victory. They're going to have one more chance to score. The handoff, Peyton joined immediately by a host of white jerseys. Bluefield stopping Peyton at the goal line. Isaiah Peyton tried to force it in there, but could not do it.
Carried by Isaiah Peyton.
Third consecutive stop by that Bluefield defense. It's going to bring up 4th down and goal. And like I said, win, lose, or draw, Bluefield will have to feel good about the way that their defense responded after giving up those initial touchdowns. Defensively, they really did a nice job of slowing down Reinhardt.
On the 1 yard line.
That's something that they need to take with them as this season progresses. Kinnaman takes a snap, another handoff. Peyton pays it off with the touchdown. Reinhardt putting the finishing touches on their 3rd straight AAC victory. Touchdown for Isaiah Peyton, the Woodstock alum, and that's going to be all she wrote. 34-12 with Alex Hansen coming out for the extra point. .49 seconds remaining. Reinhardt's going to be another nice AAC victory, another victory against the Bluefield Rams. Play gets blown dead. We'll see what the call will be on the field.
5 yards, free kick.
So we're going to have a false start against Braddock Vohan. Those are the absolute worst penalties for fans because, I mean, at this point in the game, you want to see your team wrap it up with a bow, wrap it up nice and neat. You don't want it to get too sloppy. So it's going to back up the extra point attempt for Alex Hansen. His only missed extra point came after a penalty. Won't have to worry much about it this time. Kick is up and the kick is good. It's now 35-12. Reinhardt out in front in firm control. Again, putting the finishing touches on their 3rd consecutive AAC victory. Bluefield is going to move to 1-5. 0-4 on the road. Reinhardt getting their record above 500. They're now 4-3, 3-1 at home. It was another dominant day for that Reinhardt rushing attack.
Your score, your Eagles 35.
Ja Colbert, Jamarion Walker got going early and often for the Eagles. They were joined by Jaden Ponder in that backfield, and Ponder, for the first time in this season, really made his presence felt at running back as well. Overall, Reinhardt 289 yards on the ground, 5.3 yards per carry.
Marlon Haywood.
Such a difficult team to stop when they get going on the ground. Taylor Jackson, their leading rusher, with 58 rushing yards. Isaiah Peyton, in his limited carries, 6 carries, 44 yards, and that touchdown that we saw moments ago. Ja Colbert and Jamarion Walker, identical stat lines, 8 carries and 41 yards apiece. Jamarion Walker had 2 touchdowns on the ground for the Reinhardt offense. Taylor Jackson through the air, 11 of 18, 171 yards and a passing touchdown. Kick is away from Alex Hansen. It's going to be another touchback. Alex Hansen has had 6 kickoffs, all 6 of them going into the back of the end zone for touchbacks. For Bluefield, they will have, again, some things to take away from this game that they can use as building blocks as the season goes on. That defense really slowed down Reinhardt as the game continued. They can take that with them. Ethan Cash also performed admirably in defeat. To this point, 15 of 24, 219 yards from Ethan Cash. Also had a scramble for a touchdown. But it just was not enough for the Bluefield Rams. Ethan Cash, again, performed admirably. He was under siege for much of this game. Damian Deloney and Emmanuel Olighton were in his face time and time again. We will have the official stats after this game, but Deloney and Emmanuel Olighton both multiple quarterback sacks in this one. Very consistent pressure working against those freshman tackles for Bluefield. Cash, quick drop, and he's going to pull it down to keep it for himself. He gets brought down and upended. So Ethan Cash is going to get brought down. Now 30 seconds and counting remaining. So again, Reinhardt, they're going to move to 4-3 on the year.
34.
Emmanuel Olighton tried to bring him down. They're not going to call it a sack because Cash just got rid of the football. Would have been the 4th sack of the game for Olighton, and he can't believe that Cash found a way to get rid of it. Ethan Cash did the little throwing motion, telling everyone I was able to throw it away. It is an incompletion. It's not another sack. Will be 4th down and about 5.
4th and 4 from the 31-yard line.
The snap, Cash throws it to the sideline, loses the football. They're going to call it incomplete. I don't know. It looked like it might have been a football move that Christian Mack made before dropping it. Would have been an easy scoop and score for the Reinhardt Eagles, but nonetheless, Reinhardt will wrap up another AAC victory. And coming up next is the best play in all of sports, victory formation. Reinhardt's going to nail it out, and that will officially be all she wrote. Eagles moving to 4-3 on the season. Their next game will be on the road at Rio Grande. For the first time, Reinhardt and Rio Grande will do battle. The Eagles will have a bye week next week before that game, so the Eagles will get a chance to lick their wounds. They'll have a chance to get some guys back, some injured players like Harlem Diamond, like other guys who are in street clothes on the sideline for the Eagles. They'll get a chance to take some time off and get themselves back for Reinhardt's next game on November 1st. So Case Kinnaman's going to nail it out, and that will end the ball game. The Reinhardt Eagles will take it 35-14 against the Bluefield Rams. Thank you for joining us for this presentation of NAIA Football Live on SCSN. Again, my name is Lorenzo Robinson. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you all next time.
Football game. There'll be 2 soccer games, starting with the girls playing. We don't want any fans on the field. We thank you for your cooperation. Thank you for coming out to support the Reinhardt football team. Thank you for coming to Homecoming 2025. Please pick up any trash near you and look on social media for updates. And please join us for our next home game on Saturday, November 8th against Point University. Kickoff is 1 p.m. Go Eagles!
I'll be back around here.
Again, we'd like to remind all fans, please stay off the field. Once again, all fans, please stay off the field. We have 2 soccer games, starting with the girls. Thank you.
That's how we see it. Live.
to the car. No, I had got the Jeep getting out the driveway. Yeah.